Good afternoon. It is 3:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. In NFL news today, the Panthers have released former number one overall pick Jadeveon Clowney, according to multiple reports. He had 5.5 sacks in his only year with Carolina. The Panthers also placed running back Jonathan Brooks on the PUP list, ending his 2025 season before it begins. Brooks tore his ACL in Week 14, his second ACL tear in as many years. In SEC softball tournament news, number 5 Arkansas took down number 4 Tennessee with a 6-1 win over the Lady Vols. They will now face number 1 Oklahoma in the semifinals. And the NBA playoffs continue tonight with the West semifinals as Timberwolves host the Warriors. Golden State currently holds a 1-0 lead in the series. Tip-off for that one at 7:30 p.m. tonight. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone, 109 Nashville. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City, although there is a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 p.m.
I'm so tired of it.
And there will be severe thunderstorm warnings popping up as they have the last few hours. So we will keep you updated there. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Dawn Babette Davenport.
Happy Thursday.
What up, Babsy?
People, we are one more day closer to the weekend.
Did you go pink again, or is that purple? I can't really see from
It's
here.
lavender.
Lavender, okay.
Lavender.
Between the two.
Lavender.
Lavender.
I was like, every time I wear my pink shirt, you wear your pink shirt. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
Eating a ball of pig feet.
I got my toes done today. Feel like a new woman.
You back. You are back, Babsy.
My sweet woman who was doing my toes was like, oh, long time. I'm like, yep, thank you.
Love you a long time.
You don't have to remind me.
I was thinking, like, shouldn't you have done that before the big event yesterday when you were all dressed up? And
Probably, but I didn't have time, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking. Ronald Sylvester Slay is here.
I'm in the building.
Okay, Zeph. Executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's up?
Why the smaller font
I had to print something
on
out.
our live endorsement sheet?
I had to print something out for Dawn, and it was spanning multiple pages. I needed to get it down to one page. I forgot to change the settings back on the printer down to the full size.
Let me educate you on something as a 23-year-old male. The vision doesn't get better as the years go by, dude. Like, it's not like, hey,
Listen.
this year we're going to do this font. Next year we're going to go smaller. It doesn't work that way, bro.
Listen, this is why I get in your guys'
Dude,
ear.
it's really small.
Yeah, I know. It was an accident. Listen, this is why I get in your guys' ear and I tell you
Oh, man.
what's coming up.
But that's
So don't
how
worry.
mine is on my phone. I like it like this.
Oh, okay. So I'll just do this
It's
for
really
Slay.
smaller than this.
So.
No.
But your problem is one eye is worse than the other, right?
Yeah.
So if you read it with what? Your left eye? Is that?
No, I can see it with both eyes.
Yeah,
I just
but,
can't see far.
oh, you can't
my
see
right eye.
far.
I can't see far.
I can't see near.
I actually do have glasses.
I'm going to get
Oh, you do?
some more
Yes,
glasses.
but I haven't worn them
You
in
do?
10 years.
I lost mine.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Learn something new every day?
Yeah.
Why you don't never wear them? You wear contacts?
Nope.
Hey.
You're just walking around blind?
I mean, I'm not blind.
Wait, you
It's
drive
just
that
for
way too?
So that is why I was prescribed them.
Well, that makes sense.
I mean, luckily your driver's eye test is pretty simple.
What trip were we coming back from where we rode back with Dawn to the station and she was waiting until the last minute to break?
Oh, I don't know. I rode to the airport with her one day.
I don't know, but that makes
when
a lot of
you rode
sense
with
now.
Slay, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you not see the car until we got up close? Is that what it is?
I mean, he was going too slow. What was he doing? Like, get the hell out of the way.
Well, I mean, still don't hit him. You know what I mean?
Now, listen. Did you arrive back at the station
Yes.
in
No,
one piece?
I rode to the airport with you.
Yes, you did.
I actually like riding to the airport with Slay because Slay has some counter moves for their moves.
I'm going to get us on in now.
Remember that?
Yeah, can't stop. You got to get to valet.
Also,
Yeah.
Slay likes to jam out in his truck.
He
like,
does.
Music bumping, like It was a fun ride to the airport.
Yeah, it's
Also-
it's a club in
It's
it.
a vibe.
FYI, I didn't know. You know those lane dividers? they're flimsy plastic. Slay showed us that. You just drive right over them.
Oh, good job, Slay.
I learned that from Chris, being in California.
Yep.
I was going to say,
Oh,
how
that
did you...
is a Cali thing, huh?
I was going to say, like, the first time you did it, like, how nervous were you?
Oh, I was like, hey, we got to get there. Gonna be all right. I said, are you sure there was a plastic? He said, just go. Well, ain't my car.
They're plastic.
Yeah.
They were
So,
plastic.
And
so you had a quicker way to the valet than...
Yeah,
Very
they go.
easy.
Yeah, they go on down. I wonder if they end up putting some cement inside them.
I don't know. I hope
Somebody
they
gonna
don't
be
for
in
your
trouble.
sake.
I don't think they ever
Most
will
people
because
don't do that.
Yeah, they
Slay.
don't. Yeah.
that, and I don't think they want to deal with people hitting cement and, like, having to write it up and all this stuff.
That'll be a lot.
So,
That'll be a lot.
Real quick, can I give a shout out?
Sure.
Oh.
wow. This is the first shout out ever.
I know.
So,
Wow.
Well, because
Here
this
we
is
go.
the first time thing that happened last night. It never happened before.
Did you actually go on your date night with Jackson?
No.
He was begging Zeph on the way out of here to go to the movie with him.
Was it?
No. I
What
went
movie was it? It was the Avengers.
it's the Thunderbolts. It's the
Thunderbolt.
new Marvel movie.
He
But it's
asked
called the New
him.
Avengers too.
Yeah, he asked him 3 times while we were in the hall. Zeph, let's go to the movie. Zeph, come to the movie.
No, I did not. I went to go eat with my wife, and we went
smart. That
to
was smart.
Blaze Pizza in Murfreesboro.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So Blaze Pizza, it's kind of like you make your own pizza, so you tell them what toppings. And the guy asked me, he goes, what kind of sauce you want? I want a red classic. And he looked up and goes, I know that voice. I was like, he goes, you're Zeph. He goes, 3HL. I listen to you every day. And I was like, I looked over at Alyssa and I was like, is this happening right now?
Was that the first?
The first time I've ever been recognized
Zeffy.
just on my voice. It was so shout out
At Blaze
Sam.
Pizza.
Shout out Sam
up,
from
Sam?
Blaze Pizza in Murfreesboro. He listens every day. I hope you're listening now. My pizza was awesome. He made it, so it tasted phenomenal.
Yeah, the
I
only
downed
problem-
it in like 10 minutes.
The only problem with your pizza is that you put mushrooms on it.
Oh, that's
Mushrooms
yummy.
are great. Yeah.
Gross.
Mushroom. Okay, so I got mushrooms,
Gross.
pepperoni, red peppers, roasted garlic, and a hot honey drizzle over the
Good
top.
with all of that, but
I'm
mushrooms?
not good with all that together.
I mess some
weird.
mushrooms up. I fade them.
I know.
Yep. We got another shout out too.
I'm the only one in here. Shout outs presented by your mom and him.
No,
No.
Unk down,
Down
the street.
Shout
Mom and
outs
them is announcements.
Whatever.
Shout-outs
It's your
presented
mom or
by-
Unk.
Shout outs
It's the
presented by
family.
Unk down the street.
Yeah.
Sorry, Unk. He's going to come get me. Or
Jim Clark, man. He thought I was Ramon Foster today.
Jim Clark did?
Yeah. So
Oh,
shout out to
doesn't
Jim.
he know you're 6'8" and Ramon's only 6'6"?
I said it. I said, you talking about the shorter guy?
Yep, yep.
He was like, oh, yeah, that one. So shout out to Jim Clark, man. My guy over at the recycling center. Said he listen to Ramon every morning. Said, well, you can listen to us on the evening when we're going home. But
That is hilarious.
Mhm.
Not that he listens to Moan every morning, but that he thought you were Moan and that he thought he listened to you every morning,
it get like
but
this
doesn't
sometimes.
listen to you
Yeah.
in the afternoon.
Yep.
There was a guy back in the day named Bill Clark in Bellevue who got really upset one day when we were talking about tennis. Clay Travis is the one that set him off. But anyway, he
There
called,
is a long list of people that Clay Travis set up.
but he called in and
tennis love?
gave his first and last name. He's only called one time that I know about, and he was going nuts about Roger Federer. Bill Clark in Bellevue. Shout out, Bill.
You remember?
What up, Bill?
Yeah, I remember lots of weird stuff. Yeah, Blaze Pizza. Isn't Big Al involved in the one in Brentwood?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know.
I only know what all bullies involved
Yeah,
in.
Bully's involved in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Al was
Yeah,
in
I paid like
BurgerFi.
$18 for a glass of wine at his little airport place.
Burger Fi, that's what it was.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Blaze. I know Blaze is right across the street from it.
It was Burger Fi.
Mm.
You're right. Shout out,
good
Big Al.
stuff.
All right, 615-737-1045 if you want in at 3HL 1045. Candy B 91, severe thunderstorm warnings have been issued. Zeph, can you get on that? Because we, legally need to.
Let people know.
Yes, and we will. I'm not
We
on
have
Twitter
soccer
right now.
practice tonight. Do you think that's happening?
No, zero chance.
Zero chance.
I mean, zero
Okay.
chance.
In Williamson County, Franklin?
Zero chance.
Zero. Okay. Well, that means I need to probably find someone to pick up my kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How did dance banquet go last night?
It was great. It was actually really, the girls loved it.
I saw you
so
on
much fun.
the weird spinning.
Don't you love those
thing.
things that they have at parties where they go in
dope.
circles and
You
you
and
look
all
like
the-
you're cool?
You and all the dance moms.
That's right.
So Nash Severe WX on Twitter.
Yeah.
Shout out them as well. They said
full of
a
shout-outs.
severe thunderstorm
something.
warning for Cheatham, Davidson, and Dixon until 3:45. That was 3 minutes ago. They're also live on their YouTube if you want to go check them out.
Davidson. Nah.
Wait, don't. Watch us.
Don't.
Oh, yeah.
We've got you.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
Davidson, Dixon, Cheatham,
Yes.
3:45.
And Williamson.
Williamson. There you go, Babsy.
Okay. Right when the kiddos get out of school, right? Great timing.
Just a little swirl.
3:45. All right, there it is.
No
It's, so what do we have coming up? ESPN reportedly wants to dump cash on the SEC to create a ninth conference game. They've been talking about this for like 2 years. This is what Sankey was waiting for. The 50 to 60 extra $1 million from ESPN, and then they will magically come up with a 9-game schedule now.
I mean, it could be used.
Right?
Yes.
Nobody's going to turn down money.
Why would you?
Aaron Schatz wrote a column on ESPN.com outlining the biggest post-draft holes for all 32 teams. What did he choose for the Titans? We actually talked about it yesterday a little bit. Also, NBA, NHL, got to get a parlay going. Man, if you would have gone
Florida
with
Panthers,
all the
man.
OKC three-point shooters as opposed to the Celtics three-point shooters, we'd have been on to something.
I got the teams right, except Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Dummies.
They were favored in both games in Toronto and lost both games.
You know what, though?
And then Todd loved Winnipeg, so went in on Winnipeg. They lost.
What's going on? Oh, deposit bonus.
Here we go.
In the nick of time.
Here we go. Yeah, the nick of time. Also, we have a new pope, first American pope ever. And I don't know how many times I saw on my timeline today that Chicago has produced a pope before they produced a 4,000-yard quarterback.
Do you think this is the Bears'
The
chance? They get God's blessing now.
You think so? Pope Leo, y'all.
Pope Leo.
Pope Leo.
I want to know how they pick their names because his real name's Robert.
Yeah, it is. He
And he
graduated.
goes by Leo.
He graduated from.
Robert.
How do they pick their names? I'm not sure about that. That's a great question.
Because he's Leo the 14th.
I know.
Maybe it's to protect the.
But his real name's Robert.
Yeah.
So.
Pope Bob. Pope Bobby.
Somebody got to be protected.
He went to Villanova. So Villanova tweeted out only national champion and Pope alumnus in the history of sports.
That'll be fun.
There you go. Dawn says to break. We're going to break. When we come back, what's the biggest positional hole on the Titans roster? Just mentioned it. Aaron's shots with ESPN offered his opinion.
Shot.
We'll share next. I said shot. I just did it in a weird way. We'll be right back. 3HL.
Everybody. Huge announcement from Two Rivers Ford. Two Rivers Ford now offering employee pricing for everyone. That means you pay what they pay on almost every new Ford on the lot. And at Two Rivers Ford, what you see, always what you get. They don't do things like add expensive accessories or tack on service packages to increase the price of the vehicles. Two Rivers Ford, they're the best. They're upfront. They're honest every single time. And now they are offering you employee pricing. No better time to buy American, no better dealership than Two Rivers Ford, locally owned and operated for over 40 years. Home of the non-commissioned sales team. You hear me talk about how great they are all the time. And now it is also the home of employee pricing for all of us. From America, for America. Go see my friends in Mount Juliet at Two Rivers Ford. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
What's happening, y'all? KellamStemCellInstitute.com, where you should go when you need to sit down and talk with the doctor himself, the renowned orthopedic surgeon who is now devoted his career to this leading-edge holistic healing therapy. He's a man of high moral and ethical values and will only treat patients he believes he can help. And I'm telling you, I'm one of them, man. I just got to call and set up my therapy and get my treatment and get it taken care of. Don't mind Ural in the background. Just keep saying what. But what you should know is this is your body, your cells, your solution. They can not only harvest your body's stem cells, but also store them for future and continued use. These cells are your body's own healing cells, harvested and redeployed based on your needs. So when it comes to congestive heart failure, lung issues, autism, and arthritis, whatever your issue is, let's get inflammation out of your body. 615-850-4415, 615-850-4415. That's KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
Woo, baby. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. We were all in the arcade dub chat this morning.
Just always in the active, man. You can catch me in there every morning.
I don't know why Ramon wants me to wrestle Will. Like, I don't know how that came up. But here's the thing. Like, I used to be 265. I'm still 214. What is Will, 114?
Will ain't heavy.
And Ramon keeps telling me, get in the gym and all this stuff. Dude, I work out. Like, and I outweigh him by 100 pounds. Like, how do you think that's going to work?
Well, guess what? You get to ask him today. He'll be on.
He will be on 520. Big savagery, Ramon Foster. Yeah, I got in there after you. You had already kind of set the tone, I could tell on the chat.
It ain't, I'm all. They can catch me every time. They need to see you and Zeph. They always see me. I mean, every morning about 6:30.
I can get in easier now. I got a new iPad, and so I downloaded the YouTube.
Wow.
So it makes it easier for me to get in. And like when we're doing the show, it's hard for me to keep up with the chat because of all the stuff I've got going on over here.
You ain't supposed to do that.
But if I just woke up and I'm getting ready to work and
I got us over here, y'all.
I can get you there.
I got us back.
615-737-1045.
Let's see what we got going on.
Nick says mayor is the gorilla. I don't even know what that means. Are you trying to say that 100 people can't come at me?
No, you the gorilla in the matchup. We will.
Oh, yeah. I really think, like, honestly, like, with all due respect to Will, that's just a bad matchup for him. Like a wrestling match with me. I really feel like I could just stand there and he won't get me down. You know what I mean? Like, I could just stand there.
That's like a kid.
Well, I mean, I'm twice his size almost. He's taller than me, but
we might have to make this happen, y'all.
But I'm not going to run after him because, like, look, I mean, if you need somebody to run down to Urban Grub, like, and get you some food and run it back, he's your guy.
It's long distance.
Like, literally run.
No, it's a long distance guy.
I ain't doing that. By the way, it's pouring in downtown Nashville.
Pouring. Loud.
Severe thunderstorm warning for Davidson, Dixon, Cheatham, Williamson until 3:45 currently right now. 615-737-1045. Zeph, who's on line one?
I'm about to take it.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
Hello, you are live on the radio. Who we got?
Is this me, KC?
Casey, you are live on the radio. You got the Sunshine Band with you?
You know, the beautiful part about it is I'm used to Brother Slave Brent. This is for Dawn. I don't want y'all to get jealous. But Dawn is beautiful, and she is talented. And, Dawn, we're not going to sleep on you being one of the most beautiful women in Nashville. And we're just not going to sleep on that. I'm not just saying this because we share the same birthday, February the 25th.
Oh, there we go. Happy birthday.
So guys, beware, because we Pisces do not play. You can get on our bad side, not even know it.
Oh, I know it when I get on her bad side.
Casey, did you think we had to say, you had to tell us to warn us not to be jealous about that?
I was waiting for the butt.
I'm just letting you know, Don, what would your NIL value be in this day and time with this new house settlement going on? What would your NIL value be?
I would say like free sandwiches at Mama Goldberg's.
That would be your first choice at all.
The Dorito.
I don't know, man. Listen, Jackson Dart had private jets, dude.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, volleyball and women's sports as a whole doesn't exactly pull those kind of deals.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, let me ask a question. Compare and contrast, because apparently this settlement is going to come pretty soon. It's going to impact as far as fifth year, going back to school 5 years. With women, compare and contrast with men exactly the advantages and disadvantages that you think that it would entail for men and women, because I don't think we've really got, from a woman's point of view, how this thing will do it. I think they're going to increase volume of with basketball teams going to be 13, 15 now, and just compare and contrast how that'll impact the women's sports, and I'll hang up the list.
Thank you, Casey. Appreciate it. It's pretty unclear. It's a great question.
It is a great question.
Yeah,
it's scary. It's scary. I get it. I mean, the reason my college was paid for was because of Title IX.
Right.
Period.
So where are the revenue generators? Football. Football, in a lot of cases, pays for all of the athletics.
Honestly, you can stop at football. There's
like 15 basketball
programs that are
make
revenue
money.
generators. Yeah.
That's an interesting question because it's been thrown around that you just blanket the whole thing and give everybody the same amount, which I don't think is realistic, and it's not going to happen that way. But that has been discussed.
And you can make the argument that it's not fair either. I mean, if there's one sport that's bringing in a majority of the revenue.
If you take emotion out of it, then it's just numbers, and the most valuable position is going to be like it is in the pros. Like the most valuable position in sport is quarterback.
Yeah.
The one that's hard to find.
Yeah. So, quarterbacks, all things being equal. Now, can they do salary cap, stuff like that? That trickles down the money a little bit. Yes, probably. But that's an interesting question. Personally, I don't have an answer. Anybody else want to weigh in?
No, I just think that situation right there, when you look at it, it allows them to get an extra year as far as what you're going to do after. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of women's sports, I know when they go overseas earlier, that WNBA route, all of that. And I also think, man, you get to prolong your pro career, and you get to establish more roots as far as colleges go. So I use, for example, the way Alexis Hornbuckle used hers. You know what I'm saying? Like if she didn't go pro right away, but you had 2 titles that you won, you can parlay that into her camps that she's going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much more as far as laying the ground roots there, because people get attached to these athletes. So I think it's great. Honestly, I don't know no other way to put it. I don't see the downside in it. Let me just say that. What's the downside in it? An extra year. I would have took it.
What's interesting about that is
I'll take it now.
What we kept talking about was timing. Because from a basketball perspective,
I'm telling you.
Because Zakai would come back if he could. Meshack may if he could. But it got to the point where Tennessee's got to fill their roster to use them as the example, and they have 1 scholarship available. So if they do pass the 5 years, what do you do? So the thought is that Gainey would be the guy. But if they get that done,
But they're supposed to expand it too, also from, like you just said, 13 to 15 too, which would open up 3 more scholarships instead of 1.
Well, then there's your third.
You know what I mean?
Can you imagine?
Nope. I ain't gonna do it. I am not gonna do it.
So how do you handle that though? Let's say it came down.
When do they do it? That's the whole hold up. Like,
let's say it came down tomorrow. What would Rick Barnes and his staff do?
Oh, if it come down tomorrow, if it's
bring them
me,
all in?
If it's me,
because you just attracted Gillespie and paid him.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, we got some more.
Just bring them.
Oh, for what the reward could be down the line. We got about 2.5 somewhere.
Just sell the playing time.
Yeah, we got to go all in.
Because the guy plays like 38 minutes.
He never
wants to come out.
And plus, he'll never be able to get rest like this. You'll never get this opportunity. This rate, you talking about timing? Dog, along the lines of Auburn's another one.
Yeah, right.
Janiah Broome could say, forget that, and come on back 1 more.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, it's like when they pass it, it's crazy. Because if they wait till July, Summer League will be cranked up. Everybody will be trying to sign on and going to go to Vegas.
Well, a lot of guys have already made their decisions and things like that. But
a lot of times guys won't they can hold out. You know what I'm saying? To wait a week till Summer League is signed, and then it's like, all right. But if they wait till July, then that'll have people on pins and needles. They do it now. If you think the transfer portal was crazy, you ain't seen football too. Like, imagine the people. Come on, dog. Well, the draft has already happened. So I guess once
draft's already happened.
you go through the draft process, even when you put your name in and you don't get drafted, that counts, right?
But like Brew McCoy retired for medical reasons, right? Like, would he come back?
But it was after the draft. That's what I'm saying. It depends if you put your name in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like if you put in it.
It's different in the NFL. You're right.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's dicey.
Because basketball is like you put your left foot in, you take your left foot out.
You shake it all about.
You can shake it all about for a while.
That'll be wild, boy. Ooh, some decisions to be made.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Jack says Brent got some smoke for Will. It's not really smoke. I'm just analyzing it. Like, it would be a tough matchup for him. Like, because Ramon chose wrestling. Somebody else had basketball between me and him. That might be a little more fair.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm still going to take him. I'm just,
like bowling was a track guy.
It was cross country, guys.
I'm sorry, not yeah.
It wasn't track.
It was cross country. Sorry.
well,
I mean, no
me.
offense to his athletic ability.
I was
but
not a Division I athlete.
I have
that is
seen
for sure.
you shoot though. Like you got some hoop skills. I mean, you always step on the line for the 3-point.
Oh Lord,
It's his toes. He do the
Yeah,
pigeon
his toes. They always go over.
that is so incorrect.
No, it's accurate. But you got a good looking shot.
Thank you. Fadeaway Farm said LMAO, Babs would destroy Buck. I don't know what Babs is destroying Buck in, but yeah. I'll go
doesn't
with
matter.
Babs. I'll go with Babs.
Whatever
no
you
matter
put
what
on
it
the
is.
table.
I think they're implying a fight, but that's just, I think, implied there.
Oh yeah.
Angry Chihuahua, man. She doesn't get that nickname for without a reason. Babs, Jack says Babs could take on RKW crew and the Buck Rising show.
We just send Babs out there and had a lot of light work.
By the way, Lucas
Babs.
Panzica.
Light work.
Buck was off today. Lucas Panzica and Robert did the show. Robert. Who's Robert?
Mm-hmm.
Bert?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bert.
Sounds better.
They threw out a poll on the Buck Rising show today. The results were surprising to me. Where do you stand on the Titans win total post-NFL draft, over, under 5.5 wins? 73% when I looked said over.
Campbell would effect.
I told you that would happen.
You said it.
All that negativity, and then you draft a quarterback, and the hope takes over.
That's wild.
73% over 5.5.
It's high.
Now, what I've heard is that number may go up when the schedule comes out, May 14th. Todd Furman was talking about that yesterday. Numbers haven't been affected yet in terms of draft, but when the schedule comes out, numbers will be affected, and I think the Titans are going to be 6.5 at that point. What I hear?
We need to jump on it now, then.
Yeah. And Vandy at 4.5, over 4.5.
You think that's going to change?
No, but I think that's a great.
Yeah, that's a cool little number. 5 wins.
It's a cool little number.
It is. It is. It's a good number. I like that number.
A lot of people chatting about Babs in here. Jack says, get him, Mayor. Arm wrestling. That. Now, Will has been working out, so arm wrestling might be interesting, but I have too. So,
You're a little bit larger.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can just turn the weight. Just throw the weight. Y'all ever see Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone?
Favorite movie.
Isn't it great?
Yep.
That's like low key. Nobody talks about that movie, but he's a truck driver. I mean,
got his kid with him. Turn the hat backwards.
Turn the hat backwards.
Go over the thumb and his own. You lose every time he go over the thumb.
we should have like a professional arm wrestling league. I would watch that. I would bet on it.
They do somewhere.
They do?
Heck yeah. That's big. They got to hold the little peg and then go. Yeah.
Hold the pig and go.
The peg.
Oh, peg.
Yeah.
That's that country accent coming out. That's that Tennessee mud accent coming out.
How the pig? Yeah, you just talked to Caliendo the other day, and he said he would have a tough time getting your voice down because he said you sound like you're from a lot of different places.
I know he can't do it.
What? When do we find out who's doing Hard Knocks?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Do we know when that comes out? Because aren't the Titans a candidate?
Yeah.
Callahan would probably be with that, wouldn't he? He seemed like him.
I think he'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't think any coach is great with it.
Oh, okay.
Would you be?
I mean, the worst was Joe Philbin.
You hate. You always talk about how much you hate
The Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams eligible for Hard Knocks.
I love
Really? I
Hard
thought
Knocks.
there was only like
4 or 5. Yeah.
That was for the off season.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
This is for the in season.
Nobody watches the in-season Hard Knocks.
I'm
We're
talking
watching
about
football.
the off season.
Yeah, that's the main one.
The camp one, right?
Yeah, training camp.
Training camp, yeah. The real Hard Knocks.
Is that fair?
I mean, that was the first Hard
The Titans
Knocks, right?
are on the list for the in season Hard Knocks. I will give you that. There's also a lot of other teams. Most of the teams in the league. I'm looking for
the end season
Zeph,
has only been around
I'm
for like
looking
3
for
years.
the new one.
Zeph,
I'm looking for the other one.
okay, good.
I'm looking
because
for
we're
it.
telling you, In-season Hard Knocks doesn't matter because we're all watching football.
It just came
don't need
around,
that.
though. Like, of course, everybody is. In season ain't been out that long, has it? Or have I been just blind from
A
it?
couple years. I think it started like 2 or 3 years ago.
And it may be older than that.
Just said it.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen.
I just said it.
Listen here, you tan blonde woman.
Ooh.
Just said it.
She compared herself
Okay.
to my legs yesterday. I'm like, come on.
The training camp Hard Knocks is a long list as well.
No, that's not true.
From an article from today, yes.
Who you got?
The Cardinals, the Falcons, the Ravens, the Bills.
Hang
the
on, go slower.
Okay.
Cardinals. Well,
Cardinals.
Kyler Murray, doing the playbook and all that stuff. Okay.
PlayStation.
Who you got next?
The Falcons.
Falcons, they've drafted 2 edge rushers. Okay.
Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins.
Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins. Yeah, that's a
the
good one.
Ravens.
I mean, King.
You always want to say
King and the Duck.
that. I mean, who would never turn that down?
The Bills.
Bab's looking at me like I'm crazy.
I'm not too concerned with the Bills.
Nah, screw the Bills.
Panthers.
Well, now the Bills fans, though. They
would
do
love-
some
yeah,
stuff.
they gonna
Bills
watch
Mafia?
It. They're going to watch it.
Yeah.
But we ain't. Yeah,
No, but if they do some stuff on the Bills Mafia, like they're
totally-
jumping out
they're
of
not-
trees on the tables.
Yeah,
They're not doing the
Not the-
Titans.
yeah.
Nobody cares about the Titans nationally.
They don't?
That's the problem.
They don't.
Okay.
But they care about Cam Ward.
Panthers.
Maybe that
I'ma
could
say-
be the plus.
Yep.
I'm going to say maybe on the Panthers.
Panthers?
Maybe.
Why?
To see who Xavier Leggett.
Bryce Young.
Yeah, they need to get
The
like Richard
resurgence
Hendricks
of Bryce
thing.
Young.
The Richard Hendricks thing, they need to get relegated.
I don't think anybody cares about the Panthers either.
They
No,
don't.
nobody cares.
Yeah, the Carolina
Bengals.
don't care
The
about
Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase.
That would
T.
be a
That'd
Higgins.
be
good
cool.
one.
That's
That'd be
pretty
cool.
good.
That'd be
The
good.
Broncos, the Bo Nix, Sean Payton.
No.
No.
Go, keep going.
The Packers.
Will Anderson said you're reading the wrong thing.
This is a list
I
from
thought we
today.
just had this conversation. Though.
I thought there was only like 4 or 5
thought we had
teams
this
that were
conversation.
That was-
eligible.
And
They
New
changed.
England was one.
So look, Bert just texted me and said that they changed the parameters for who is available for Hard Knocks. This is an article written today, updated May 8th, 2025.
All right, Broncos, keep going.
Yeah. All right, I gotta get back down the list because I scrolled up to the top. The Packers.
From a franchise history standpoint, that'd be cool. And they ride their bikes in, in training camp. That's kind of cool. With the little
Texans.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
Texans, nah. Get
Colts.
out of here. Nah, get
Chiefs.
Always Mahomes. You can't.
out. Yeah.
Dolphins.
I feel like we all know everything.
We cool on the Dolphins. Dolphins ain't even got nobody.
The Tyreek Hill situation.
Yeah, but bingo.
Tua?
He won out of.
Tua situation.
That's who you want to watch?
No.
No.
The Vikings with J.J. McCarthy.
No.
No.
Mhm. We already saw wide
the
receivers
Giants.
with Justin Jefferson.
Ooh, Giants would
The
be good.
Giants. Maybe.
Oh, you got Jameis.
Yeah. Oh, that would I'd watch. Would you guys watch?
Yeah.
I'd
I'd
We
watch.
wouldn't
watch the
have no
Giants.
choice to watch him. We'd
I'd watch
have
the
to-
Giants, yeah.
We'd have to watch him.
All right, keep going. This
The
damn half the league, man.
yeah, I know the Eagles,
Nah.
Eagles,
Super Bowl.
I watch the Eagles.
You would?
Steelers.
Yeah, they're. I mean,
They got
Steelers, man.
characters on their team.
Aaron Rodgers.
Nah,
If they get
ain't
Aaron
going there.
Rodgers.
You know what?
Also, after
We just
Geor-
saw Aaron Rodgers.
now it would have been a lot better with George Pickens there, but they got rid of him. All right,
I'm
the
picking
49ers,
No.
the Seahawks, the Titans, and the Commanders.
Titans. Okay. Am I the only one that doesn't watch the in-season
I don't.
Hard Knocks? I don't even think about it.
I watched it. I watched one episode. I think it was 2 years ago. I think when they did the Raiders, and I ain't watched it since. And it might not even been the Raiders. So, yeah, I was.
No, the Raiders were training camp. That's when
That
AB
was training camp.
froze his foot.
Yeah, I was like 3.
He got frostbite.
Yeah.
He was in the cryo
Somebody. Yeah, I
chamber.
don't know who it was I watched then. I watched somebody.
AB, what about Pac-Man Jones show? AB put Pac-Man's phone number on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And Pac was like
Cool.
playing voicemails on his show.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he put his number on the, now he got a new number, but he also has this number now for the entertainment value.
AB's.
What is AB doing?
AB just ABing.
How do you get frostbite in a cryo chamber?
Yeah. Why would you get in there barefoot?
I mean, they tell you what to do.
That's why.
Well.
That's that's
Well.
why AB did what he wanted to do.
All right, we didn't get to the position that the Titans need to fill. We'll do that when we come
Shocker.
back. 615-737-1045.
What's happening, y'all? Big trucks, they come through, yes, and they smash things. Wow, I don't know. Maybe because they're not paying attention. Maybe because it's sitting up high. But you get hit by an 80,000-pound truck, then, hey, hopefully you're okay. Your car will not be. And if you are, Bart Dorm Injury Law, they come in for you right then and there. And it's not a fair fight. What else isn't a fair fight? You versus the insurance companies. You better believe trucking companies have teams of lawyers working to pay you as little as possible. They're doing this purposely. They're getting with each other. They're saying, hey, man, we ain't going to give them nothing. But that's when Bart Dorm Injury Law comes in. Blair Dorm and his team, they come out the corner and they swinging, baby. How to take on trucking companies, they know the blueprint and fight for the compensation you deserve. They've been standing up for people in our community for decades, making sure big corporations don't get away with cutting corners. Now, if you or someone you love has been in a big truck accident, do not go at it alone. Call 615-242-9000. 615-242-9000. Bart Dorm Injury Law. Protecting the injured, fighting for what's right because you deserve to be paid.
Okay, this is our fun segment here, a weekly Tennessee sports trivia question, thanks to Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin. You boys ready? Which college has the Titans Oilers franchise selected the most players from in the NFL draft?
Texas.
Wow.
Yes, Mayor. Guess how many?
17.
22 draft picks from Texas. Most recently, obviously, Gunnar Helm and then Tavondre Sweat last year. So, hey, here's some more info. There are 4 schools tied for second with 15 picks. Alabama, Auburn, Oklahoma, and Penn State. And for you Vols out there, Tennessee has had 12 players selected by the franchise. How much fun. Love it. All of that brought to you by the Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, Tennessee. If you have $1 million or more to invest and you want to do it with a local team, call financial advisors Robert Reynolds, Brent Thompson, Jim Candela, or David Reynolds at 615-721-4921. See if they can help you achieve your financial goals. For their client relationship summary disclosures, visit ubs.com/relationship summary. UBS Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA/SIPC.
3HL 1045, The Zone, Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you.
Yes.
How did we get off on the hard knocks there?
Ooh,
So they changed the parameters.
Yeah, what? For what?
Before they did that, the Titans were one of like 6 eligible teams.
See, that's what I was remembering.
And I'm telling you, man, like after being around Callie a little bit, I think he'd be okay with it.
I think
It doesn't
he'd
mean
win
that
people
they
over.
would do it, but
Yeah, it may not.
he's
But
got the personality type.
that's what I was
You know
saying.
what I mean? And he would come across like people would love him.
Mm-hmm. And he lets guys be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That helps or not. I don't know, but we'll see this year.
Tennessee Vandy coming up this weekend.
I'm
Starts
baseball
tomorrow.
out. I'm baseball out tomorrow. Vanderman and who is it? Vanderman AD and I forgot our other Vandy.
Jim Wyatt.
Yeah, Jim White.
Of course, Jim is automatic. But we got another one. We got 2 in the chat though. Golly. Vandy Chris, I think. Yeah. Vandy Chris? Yeah, Vanderman AD and Vandy Chris. Hey y'all. Now tomorrow, all the way to Sunday.
Oh, here we go.
We're enemies. Candy is on the. Let me see if I got a little candy in here. Let me start eating it now.
The reason why I thought about like I've got my little prep for that
That's right.
ready for tomorrow.
Ooh, piece of candy right here.
But I saw your shirt and that made me think of it.
Good.
And you're
Well,
wearing
that's
a
why I wore
national championship shirt.
I wore it to remind everybody.
So Tennessee has
Vandy
not
Chris, those are
announced
the
a
things.
starter for Sunday. Sunday has been an issue.
Yeah, it's been A.J. Russell the last couple of weekends, but he's
He's
had
trying to
some
come back from injury and
rough
I mean,
outings. Yeah,
great
They had
pitcher, great arm talent, but he's coming back from injury
they had a freshman in
from
there
Franklin High School.
to start the year. He has since been pulled out of that role and has come out of the bullpen on Sundays instead. So
Slay, what are you doing?
I just so happened to have plucked out a yellow M&M, a yellow piece of candy. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes like candy. Now I'll tell y'all this. Candy, I love y'all. Even when y'all think I don't. We need to turn around up on Rocket Top. I don't know what y'all need. It really never matters what y'all need at the time when y'all playing us.
Vandy's playing well.
Well, good for them, y'all.
I'm just saying.
Great for them. Good for them for playing well.
Listen,
We're not.
yesterday he destroyed Will Bowling. Today he would like to destroy Vandy baseball.
Like, yeah,
So-
listen, all I'm saying is we're not playing. Like just like Brandon Rushing just said, we really suck. I understand that. We can't get our arms together,
No, they
can't get
don't-
our bats together.
They don't suck.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do for what the expectation of the ball was set.
Okay, that's true. But
Yeah.
in terms of like suckage,
Yeah,
they
just
don't-
all around. Like, yeah, all
I
right,
mean, they're
cool.
losing to top 10 teams and stuff.
Yo,
Like,
we're not going back down in the hole to
I
climb back up.
understand, but they don't suck. That's not the word.
Yes, we suck. How many? You just said it the other day. How many series out of 4 have we lost? 3.
They've lost 3 in a row. They've lost 4 out of 5.
Oh, that's even worse.
Right. But they don't suck. Suck's not the word. They're not playing at a national championship level.
I'll whip. Well, we're the national champs.
But if you have 300 baseball teams and you're 12th, you don't suck.
Yeah, we kind of suck.
Well,
Okay,
I think they're 15th.
Okay, we don't suck. This is what we do. Yeah, anybody ever had the sour piece of candy you put in your mouth and your jaw suck in? That's what we do. So I don't know if that's sucking or what, but whatever it is, we need to get out of it.
they've been getting in their own ways. What they've been doing
Oh, yeah. Errors
is
all
they
over
have all the
place.
talent in the world. They just refuse to put it all together. They, whether it's errors in the field or they refuse to hit.
I mean, they
or-
win the LSU series if not for 2 third-base errors in the 9th inning.
And
Like,
if it was a 5th.
I get it. I'm just saying they don't suck.
All right,
Suck's
so
not
tell
the
me,
word.
tell me how confident are you walking into this weekend? Scale 1 to 10.
4.
I would go.
Damn.
I would go Vandy 2 out of 3
No.
if I had to guess.
What are you confident-wise? 10 being the highest, 1
For
being the lowest.
for Tennessee winning the series?
Yes.
Yeah, I like a 4.
Y'all, that's below average. That sucks.
Yeah, but that's a good
Yeah,
team.
but
if they
no,
were
no.
playing the 25th team in the country, I'd feel really good about it.
Here's the good thing
Does
is,
that sound like it sucked to you?
no, here's the good thing is,
4?
You can't suck if you're top 15 in the country.
Okay, so what are they? What are they right now?
They're not very good, comparatively speaking, but they don't suck.
Yo, they suck.
Like Team 200 out of 300 sucks.
No, they're not even in the conversation.
So,
No.
I think your definition of suck is different than
Yeah.
his definition
Yeah,
of
like,
suck.
Suck is a strong
here's
word.
why.
Suck, right next to like the expectations.
Yes,
is
there it
where
is.
Slay is.
Tony Vitello has raised this program to national championship level expectations.
Correct.
That is what you should be getting out of Tennessee baseball. There is no lower than that.
I'm not gonna argue that.
So right
So what
now,
are
compared to that, they suck.
How many
compared to that?
how many
They do.
baseball teams are there in the country trying to win
No,
games?
the question
I mean,
is,
a lot. Yeah.
300 something,
No,
right?
the question should
if
be,
you're top 15 out of 300,
But we're not comparing them to the rest of the
Bingo.
300. We're comparing them to Tennessee baseball expectations.
no, the word is suck.
How many
and
championship
if you want to
contenders
use
are
the
out
word
there?
suck, you got to compare to everybody.
out of the championship contenders, how many are out there?
Maybe
20,
not even
maybe
15.
Okay. All right. So that's
might
where
be
the
on the
bar,
outside
that's
looking
where the
in on
bar
that.
is sit. It's okay. It's all right to understand that you suck right now. It's okay. Yes, so my whole thing for saying that was 2 years ago they sucked too at the time. But we said we need this series versus Vandy to turn it around. They got that series and they went on the run. So I'm saying the same thing. In order not to suck right now, to be able to spit the candy out so you don't have the sour candy in your mouth and your jaw suck in and you like sucking on a lemon, you got to win the series.
Do you know that they are
Get that
still they're number 3 in the SEC in terms of odds to win the College World Series?
Good.
That's not suck.
No, they
That's
are.
because they have talent and they have Tony Vitello as their head coach.
And that talent sucks.
But right now, the way they're playing sucky baseball right now.
Let me ask you.
My sophomore year at UT, our expectation, we moved all the way up to number 4. We went to the Sweet 16 the year before. We went and got bounced out of the first round in my sophomore year.
And
you know what that team was?
people-
Fully loaded.
before you-
sucked.
I was
It
gonna say,
did.
before you finished. That team you were on, to give y'all proper respect, Tennessee hadn't been top 5 since like Ernie and Bernie
Yeah, exactly.
until y'all.
Exactly. And it's one of the most
you
talented
laid
teams.
the foundation.
With all this success that they've had over the years, it's one of the most talented teams 1 through 12 that you will
I'm
ever
just saying,
see.
suck is a strong
And you know
word.
what we did? We sucked. It's just
Y'all
what it
lost
is.
like 6 in a row or something.
We suck. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that's what they just did. You said 4 of the last 5.
Series, not games.
How many games are in the series though?
3.
So
I think it's more than 4. I think it's
like-
I think it's 5 of the last 6 series they've lost.
so
Michael
so that's
said-
like what 9 out of 12, 9 out of 15, 12 out of 15 maybe 11. They suck, dog.
Slay's expectation for Traylon Burks and Vols baseball may have been a little unrealistic.
That's different. That's different, guys.
The baseball expectations are there. You
That's
just
a
won a
great
national
point.
championship
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
You just won
Travis
a
Burks never
national
did
championship.
anything.
The expectations are as high as they're going to be.
You
and it's to win
understand
another
how hard
national.
it is to win a national title.
I understand that, but you win one.
Especially
that-
playing the SEC.
once you win one, that's where the expectation is set.
No, but coming back into the year, did we not think this team was better than last year's?
I just think y'all could choose a different word than suck. Like, I don't think
Give us a
suck has
word. Give
anything
us
to
a
do
word.
with expectation.
Give us a word. Give
They're
us a
not
word.
playing at a
You're
championship
great at
level.
words.
They're
Give us a
playing
word.
sucky baseball right now.
They're not playing sucky baseball.
They suck.
They would beat 285 teams out of 300. That's
But
not
those
suck.
285
They're
teams
in-
don't matter. It only matters what they're doing right now, and right now they're not beating the teams that they need to beat.
Listen,
They
you know
suck right
how
now.
baseball is. There are what they call slumps.
If you're
in
top 15,
baseball
if you're
with
top
a
15,
long
if you're top
season.
20, you don't suck.
They're just in a slump.
They've dropped from number 1 to number 5 in the last 6 weekends. Or number 15, sorry. Number 1 to number 15. They've dropped 15 spots in the last
If you're in the top
6
15
weekends.
of anything that anybody does, you don't suck. Now,
No.
you might not be as good as you want to be or
Yeah,
as good as you were. And the expectation level might not be being met, but you don't suck. Suck is a strong word, y'all.
Oh, they do. Vandy Man said I'm trying to play psychological games. I'm not. I don't even talk like this about Vandy. About Tennessee. Y'all know this. Yeah, I would say regardless, when they sorry, when the football team was sorry, I'm still calling got no roof.
Right.
This
Hey,
team just
listen.
sucks right now.
Everybody sucks. Break.
Biggest positional hole on the Titans. We'll get to it, I promise.
All right, you're trying to get your game right, and I'm talking about your hoops game. Yes, you need to get over to verticalgyms.com. That's where you go for the website, but go physically to Vertical Gyms, 2328 Jackson Downs Boulevard. The grand opening just happened. Now, they've been open, but the grand opening has just happened, and they are out getting to it. Now, you trying to elevate your game, whether that be with skills, strength classes, court rentals, shooting rooms, camps, they have everything, even leagues that are going on right there. And you can understand this. Get some top-notch training and skill development, year-round training right there at Vertical Gyms. They got everybody. They even brought in people from out of state just to get the job done with professionals. Also, it's not just about the basketball. You got Pro 3 Fitness right there that's combined with them for complete performance and rehab services, offering weight training, plyometrics training, strength training, and post-injury rehab. I may need to go over there and do that. I ain't even hurt nothing. But you can do the same. 2328 Jackson Downs Boulevard. Vertical Gyms, rise above the rim.
All right, Mother's Day, it's coming up, and maybe you have a mama or grandma who lives far away. That's how we are. My mom lives in Georgia, and so guess what? We got her for Mother's Day, an Aura frame, the best digital photo frame. That's what it was named by Wirecutter, featured in 495 gift guides last year. So here's the deal. I can put pictures, videos of baby Babs or the dogs or anybody on there, and then boom, my mama can see it, and she loves it, and it's really cool. You want to win Mother's Day? Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. Limited time listeners, you can save on the perfect gift. Visit auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's Aura, A-U-R-A frames.com. Use promo code ZONE. Terms and conditions apply.
Good afternoon. It's 4:04. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone studio. In NFL news today, the Panthers released former number 1 overall pick Jadeveon Clowney. He had 5.5 sacks in his only year with Carolina. They also placed running back Jonathan Brooks on the PUP list, ending his 2025 season. In SEC softball tournament news, number 5 Arkansas took down number 4 Tennessee with a 6-1 win over the Lady Vols. They will now face number 1 Oklahoma in the semifinals. And tonight, the NBA playoffs continue with the West semifinals as the Timberwolves host the Warriors. Golden State currently holding a 1-0 series lead. Tip-off at 7:30. For our foundation repair and waterproof needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news on once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a Haley kind of day. I'm getting pictures from people in Franklin with hail. There are messages on the chat from people in East Nashville with hail. It just thundered like a mug during the break, and we're in a soundproof room downtown Nashville. You got weather update there, Zeph, dog?
Yes, from Nash Severe WX on Twitter. This from a few minutes ago. They have severe thunderstorm warning in Davidson, Rutherford, and Wilson County till 4:30. Williamson was canceled. Hail in several parts around Nashville.
Severe thunderstorm watch for everybody in Middle Tennessee till 8 o'clock. The latest I heard. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is. She's Babsy.
What up?
What up, Babsy?
What up? Happy Thursday. Mother Nature decided to have a little tantrum.
Why is Mother Nature always so angry, man? Only time we talk about Mother Nature is when she's pissed off and throwing hail at everybody or tornadoes.
Well, maybe that's why. She's like, listen, I gave you a beautiful day yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't praise me.
Also, this morning was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was hot.
yeah, that
it was
no,
hot this morning.
That's a great
Hot.
point. That's a great point, Babs. Mother Nature never gets credit when things are great.
Right.
Hot.
It's like the kicker, right?
Mother Nature is like a kicker.
Yeah. You never get credit when you do your job.
Offensive line.
Offensive line, same
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, interesting
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
All right, Slay Dog's here.
I'm in the building. Fast. I'm fast, Zeph. I have my energy shot from Juice Bar, and I'm eating candy.
Wait, why are you going to go healthy and then eat candy?
Because we playing candy. I'm getting ready.
615-737-1045. Coming up, Greg Cosell at 420 NFL Films. We will get analysis from Cosell regarding the Titans draft picks. Do that at 420. 520, Big Savagery, Ramon Foster. And 545, 3HL bingo card. What ridiculous things were said on 3HL today?
I can't wait to hear that. They suck.
I feel like sucks is going to be in that bingo card.
How many times do you think we said the word suck collectively in the last segment? Like
25
A lot.
times.
over, under 25? I'm going over.
I'm going over too.
It's your homework assignment to go back and count them.
Oh, I gotta go listen. Oh no.
You do it later. when you're sitting around with the wifey watching TV. Or whatever the hell it is you do.
Whatever it is that you do.
Currently trying to finish Game of Thrones. I
No,
got
but you
5.
started
Oh,
another
good.
show.
You're like 10 years late.
I finished that show.
See, he wasn't old enough to watch Game of Thrones when it came out. So now he's going back to do it. Now he's like full grown human man.
It has been phenomenal, by the way.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Zones. That's what Arcade Dub versus 3HL is going to be.
No, Game of Zones is a show. It was on YouTube, and it was excellent. It ran for about 3 years.
Fine, we'll be part 2, and it'll be Arcade Dub versus 3HL. Better watch out, Ramon. He called me out today because I was in the chat.
Game of Zones. That is a good idea.
If you go watch it, it was hilarious. I wish they would have kept it going. I mean, it's animated about the NBA playoffs. Oh, my God. Dog, it's excellent.
Oh, wait, no, I've seen that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Excellent.
Can we get to what you said we were going to get to 5 segments ago?
We got a break in 2 minutes, Babs.
What he tells
See, normally this is when I'm gone that this happens.
I got another yellow piece of candy.
You've been right here with it. Position of need. So Aaron Schatz wrote a column on ESPN.com outlining the biggest post-draft holes for all 32 teams. I immediately thought, edge rusher. That is not what he said. And he talked about something we talked about yesterday. Inside linebacker.
Yeah.
I mean,
they got the guy.
There's so many holes, though, he can really pick anywhere.
Well, they got Dr. Gibby Part 2, right? Like the guy from Denver.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
What was that?
Why did you?
Barton. Isn't he Dr. Gibby Part 2?
No, he's a little bit.
He's better?
Better, yeah.
Okay.
He's better.
All right, good.
Let me put it this way.
There we go.
He is more athletic than Dr. Gibby.
With all due respect, I think Will Bowling's more athletic.
Hey, y'all, it's a professional athlete.
I don't think so.
Cody Barton.
Hey, these are just jokes. These are just jokes, Dr. Gibby.
Cody Barton.
But yes, Dr. Gibby's strength is certainly intellectually and knowing the game and knowing what he's supposed to be doing. And I mean, imagine if he was. God, imagine if Dr. Gibby was like an elite athlete.
It'd be an all pro.
When he got his second chance last year, remember? His first game back, he had 15 tackles.
Yeah. I mean,
we see you, Dr. Gibby. Just jokes.
We love you, Dr. Gibby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker. He writes, the Titans don't really have credible inside linebackers on their roster. Besides veteran free agent addition Cody Barton, Otis Reese, the fourth, played only 8.4% of Tennessee's defensive snaps last season. Second-year players James Williams and Cedric Gray played 10.5% and 4.5% of defensive snaps, respectively. One of the veteran linebackers still on the market, Jawan Bentley, Kazir White, or Shaq Thompson would fit here.
Well, I know it's one thing. It's glaring, that inside linebacker position. And it was glaring last year. To be all the way honest.
What game was it where the running back, was it the Colts? Where it was just like free, like, hey, man, however long you want to run, there it is. Remember that? I mean, just not even touched through the second level.
I just know, man, sitting there watching the game with Bully.
Yeah, that's a different
We've been missing an inside linebacker for about 2-3 years.
Yeah, but Bully was also special at that play, at that position.
So the guys he mentioned.
Aziz was the last good person we had right now.
Alshire.
Yeah.
Sure.
He was good.
I liked that guy.
He was mad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he got even more mad when he went to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Don't press in, dude.
Yeah, having to issue statements, like multiple statements.
Yeah.
Jawan Bentley, Zeph put this together. He's 28, played in New England, torn pec in 2024. 3 straight seasons of 100-plus tackles, 21 to 23 before the torn pec. Torn pec sounds so painful. That's where, like, your pectoral muscle, like in your breast, right, like just detaches.
I mean, imagine, like, I go to pick up my big backpack sometimes and just, like, pull that muscle. I can't imagine tearing that muscle.
Our big backpack.
It is.
It's like normal people problems. These guys are football players. 10.5 career sacks.
You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. That's what I'm saying.
All you do is pick it up.
Listen,
I
something comes up
it's heavy.
into this station, I got us covered.
Guaranteed.
Something comes into this station.
We get locked in here for 2 weeks, I got us covered.
Full kit.
I used to complain about the old studio with the window we couldn't see out, but people could see in. And y'all were like, don't worry about it.
Really?
Yeah, over there.
Oh, he wasn't with us.
Yeah.
No, he was.
Yeah, over there.
Oh, you were?
Oh, no, right there.
Over there.
I thought you were talking about down there.
No, not on second half.
Yeah, okay.
All right, keep going, man.
10.5 career sacks, 29 quarterback hits, 2023, 4.5 sacks, 114 tackles. So productive guy, but he tore his pec. All these guys that are on the market are going to have issues, right?
Yeah, that's why they're on the market.
Yes, Kazir White, 29 years old. He had 137 tackles last year.
Huh.
For Arizona. 2.5 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss, 8 quarterback hits, 3 passes defense, 1 interception. I vote him. Shaq Thompson, 31 years old, Carolina. Only played 6 games last 2 seasons. Okay.
Golly. Yeah, we got a spot for him. We got a guy receiver that does it.
Zeph did all this work, and I just blow through Shaq Thompson. He only played 6 games in 2 years.
That one you didn't really have to go into depth.
Other available guys, C.J. Mosley, Devondre Campbell. I can't read your writing.
That's
Zach Cunningham. Remember Zach Cunningham?
Eric Kendricks, Quan Alexander.
Yeah.
Chance Campbell's been here.
Yeah.
So
What was that word you were saying last
Suck.
minute?
Suck.
So out of those other guys available, Eric Kendricks, did you know this? 9 straight seasons of over 100 tackles.
Yeah, he's 33.
He is old, but reliable.
He's old.
And you got at the bottom of that, dealt with calf and shoulder injuries in 2024.
But played 15 games for Dallas, had 138 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions.
33 years old. At some point, you wake up and you can't just go. 34 could be that number.
Yeah, that's why you got an appointment tomorrow.
C.J. Mosley's the other one I like. 150-plus tackles in 3 straight seasons. However, was placed on IR last year.
And he's 32.
And
Placed
he's
on
old
IR.
as well.
Ooh,
Okay.
Herniated disc and neck.
Let's go Kazir White. My neck and my back.
Who played safety as well.
All right, let's not cut into Greg Cosell's time. That's the inside linebacker problem there. Greg Cosell next, 3HL. Brentwood Jewelry. Mother's Day is coming up. It's not too late, man. Go see the Imamali family, Brentwood Jewelry. They will be able to help you out real quick. They've got anything you need jewelry-wise, and they'll be able to point you in the right direction. For any of the moms in your life, 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website for more than 50 years. This group has been proudly serving the Brentwood community in Middle Tennessee with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they are deeply rooted in this community, from Salem service in the Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters. The Imamali family dedicated to giving back and support local, y'all, with Brentwood Jewelry. Again, they've got anything and everything you need. Just walk on in there, talk to any of the Imamalis that are there, and they'll be able to help you out and satisfy mom real quick. And with the quickness. And they'll be able to get that done. They've got all kinds of things from which you can choose and make mom happy. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slag. Greg Cosell from NFL Films and NFL Matchup on ESPN, among other things, joins us now. Greg, what's up? How are you?
Oh, man, that's all right right there, Greg.
Hey, Cosell.
That's a great point by Greg right there.
I don't think he can hear us yet.
Zeph, man. What's that cartoon character that was part of the Looney Tunes? It's always in a tornado.
Tasmanian Devil?
Yes. That's what Zeph looks like back there. Trying to figure it out.
Spinning on the wheels, it's still.
We're going to talk about the Titans draft picks with Cosell now. Cosell, can you hear us now?
I can hear you guys.
Hey, there you go.
Sorry,
we got
Ross
you.
had his headphones plugged in
Thanks, Ross.
on his computer. I didn't realize that.
It's always.
Dawn, I missed you last weekend.
I know. I missed you too. I was working beach volleyball for ESPN, so I was hanging out on the beach instead. Sorry.
We had a great time Friday night. Brent was there. Slay was being Slay, you know. Nothing wrong with that.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Brent was being
Cosell.
Brent, too, just kind of low-key. No, my favorite part of that thing was in the VIP room before y'all did your thing, and I'm sitting there talking to Callie for like 10, 15 minutes, and he literally says, I can't wait to talk to Cosell, and right as he says that, you walk up. And then standing there listening to you guys talk ball was phenomenal for me.
Yeah, well, that was so much fun, and obviously during the event itself, there were some great conversations, and I'm looking forward to coming down again.
Well, we have hesitated in terms of going through the Titans draft picks, and we're going to do that now.
Do that now.
Cam Ward, 6'2", 219, quarterback out of Miami. They do take him number 1 overall. Obviously, that was not a very well-kept secret. But you and Callie broke him down and showed video at the event, which was phenomenal in terms of, like, looking off safeties and making throws and things like that.
Yeah.
What do you see from the Cam Ward tape?
Well, it's funny because the play that Coach Callahan showed, which was an incompletion, which I thought was a really good example, because one of the things I've always talked about, and I really learned this from so many people, over the years, when you play quarterback in the NFL, one thing you have to be able to do is to make throws from what we call muddied or noisy or squeezed pockets where there's bodies around you. Often in college, you don't see as many of those kinds of throws just because the college game is different and the nature of pass games can be different. But in the NFL, you have to be able to stand and deliver with people around you. Coach Callahan showed a play, even though it was an incompletion. It was not a bad throw at all, by the way. It was actually a very good throw. It was just well covered. And that was a great example of that. And the thing about Cam Ward, one of the things, there's many, and as you guys know, I spoke about him even before the combine, that I thought that he was worthy of a number 1 pick in a draft. But one of the things about Ward is he is willing to stand there. He can sit on his back foot and drive the football. And that is an important trait for an NFL quarterback. You must be able to sit on your back foot. Sometimes you can't step into throws the way you would like to because the pocket is squeezed, and you must be able to throw the football with some kind of velocity. Again, velocity is a relative term. Not everybody can throw it like Matthew Stafford, for instance, but you have to be able to drive the football to some degree with people around you.
What do you think the differences are between him and Will Levis? And the reason why I asked that is A to Z Sports did 90 minutes with Coach Callahan. It was very obvious after that conversation that Levis did not match what Callahan wanted to do offensively, his strengths, that is. And so there was kind of this, back and forth trying to figure out what to do to match up his strengths and try to get the most out of him. What are the differences between those two guys?
Levis obviously has a big arm. I don't think Levis has a great feel for how to make pace and touch throws, layered throws, where you have to take something off of it. I think Levis is a little tight in the pocket, whereas Ward is a very comfortable player, and we spoke about that on the live install last Friday night. So, I think that there's just a sense of poise and composure to the way Ward plays. I think with Levis, even though he's got good physical traits, he's big, he's a powerful looking guy. He obviously has a power arm, but I think there's always a sense that things are happening a little faster for him. And again, I don't know what's in his head, so I can't speak to that. But just watching him play, when you get past the obvious physical traits, which are there, I think there's a sense that things are just happening at times too fast.
Greg Cosell with us on 3HL, analyzing the Titans draft picks.
All right, let's talk about Oladejo. Is that Oladejo?
Yeah.
Joe.
Oladejo.
We'll just call him Oladejo, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can call him Double O, one or the other.
I like double O.
Double O works. He's a fascinating guy because he was kind of new to playing on the ball this year in 2024 at UCLA. Prior to that, the year before in 2023, he was essentially an off-the-ball stacked backer. So they moved him this year after, I think, 2 or 3 games to predominantly play on the ball. I think this guy is an ascending player. He's got a twitched up, chiseled frame. He's got natural suddenness and explosiveness to his movement. He lacks experience, obviously, as an edge pass rusher because he's only really played it for 1 year. So therefore, he clearly needs work with his hand usage and the ability to play off contact, which you have to be able to do to rush the quarterback off the edge. But keep in mind, because he has a lot of experience as a stack backer, you can use him in multiple ways. He becomes alignment and position versatile depending on down and distance and situational football. If you want to use a lot of schemed fronts with multiple alignments, stunt concepts, simulated pressure schemes, he can be a part of that. And as I said, my sense watching his tape is he'll be an ascending player. I mean, this guy looks the part. He's got body by Tarzan. I think he's just starting to become a factor as an edge player.
Yeah, just 10 games as an edge player. Greg Cosell with us on 3HL.
Kevin Winston Jr. right there. What does he bring to us?
Yeah, Kevin Winston, if he was not hurt, I think the consensus was, and obviously I watched his tape, so I sort of do agree with the consensus. I think Kevin Winston would have been, a late first, early second round pick if he was not coming off an injury. And when guys are coming off, an ACL, there's always a question. So, there's a concern there. But he's a really good football player. I mean, this guy, because I had watched him last summer from all his 2023 tape. He only played 1 game this year, really, and that was the first game of the season against West Virginia, and he actually had a very, very good game. He's another guy. He has outstanding position versatility. He can play on the back end as a post safety or in 2 shell structures. He can play in the box or what we call overhang alignments, where he's just kind of outside the box. You can match him up man-to-man on tight ends. Sometimes you can match him up to slot wide receivers. He's got that kind of athleticism. I think he's a kind of a sudden, rangy mover. He's got tremendous length, really good play speed. I think this guy is a really good prospect, and there's kind of a tempo-setting swagger to the way in which he plays. Now, is he the most fluid guy in terms of hip fluidity, change of direction? He's not at the top level with that, but I think pretty much everything else, he's just one of those guys. He's a tempo setter. And you really like that at the safety position.
Obviously, we've got Xavier Woods penciled in next to Amani Hooker, but I'm curious if he
start. I think they'll start, Brent. Winston, they'll work him in slowly, coming off an injury, and Woods was probably an under the radar pickup everywhere in the league except probably in Nashville, and he's been a really solid safety for his career. Been with a number of teams, but he's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the 3 4th-rounders that hopefully will help the quarterback. DK, let's start with him with Florida. Crossing route guy, deep guy, 4.34 guy. What do you see there?
Yeah, this guy can run. He's the kind of receiver you want on what we call movement routes, crossers, overs, seams, vertical routes, because this guy can run. I think you always want that in your offense because defenses have to defend that. So DK is, he's kind of featured at Florida. He only played 1 year at Florida after spending 4 years at Wisconsin. He was kind of a motion movement receiver at Florida, which is good because that gives him free access into his routes, and that can accentuate his stride length and his play speed. I think he was predominantly a slot guy when he released off the line of scrimmage at Florida. 71% of his targets in 2024 came inside. And I think that's probably a spot where you see him. You probably see him as a movement guy who's going to release from the inside. I think down the road, could he line up outside? Absolutely, because he's almost 6'1". He'll have to get stronger. And he'll have to. We don't know how he'll deal with press man coverage because he's got kind of a lanky frame. But there's no question that he can run.
Right. So when you're looking at wide receiver, Ridley, Tyler Lockett, probably 1 and 2, right? And then there's some competition there for that third guy with Van Jefferson and the rookies. Yeah. Which we'll get to Io Manor here in a minute. But Dawn, you got a tight end to talk about?
I do. One out of Texas, which, by the way, was the 22nd Texas player that the Titans have drafted. Titans Oilers have drafted. Gunnar Helm, what have you seen on tape?
Yeah, Gunnar Helm, to me, the best thing he did was run after catch. It's funny, Mike Borgonzi's there. And when I was watching Helms, and obviously I didn't know who was going to draft him, here's what I typed. The more I watched Helms, the more I thought of Noah Gray when he came out of Duke. So I don't know if Mike Borgonzi thought the same thing, because obviously he was with the Chiefs when they drafted Noah Gray.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that Noah Gray played 58% of the Chiefs' offensive snaps in 2024. So, there could be a lot of 12 personnel packages as well in which, Helm gets an opportunity to play. I didn't necessarily see him as a number one tight end, although could he be that? I think he could if you have really good wide receivers. But I didn't see him. And that's, of course, the reason he was drafted where he was, because he was not seen as a tight end one. So can he develop into that? You never know how guys develop, and then it becomes team and scheme specific and personnel specific. But he's very, very good run after catch. He had to play against Colorado State, 37 yards. That really showed what he is. He showed kind of that he's smooth athletically. He's got easy run after the catch movement. That's kind of what he is.
Coach.
What about blocking?
I would say that he wasn't asked to do a whole lot of that. I would say he needs much more functional strength as a run blocker. He had some good reps, everybody does if you play a lot of snaps, but he has to get stronger. And he wasn't, he battled when he was asked to pass protect, but it was more battling than really being good at it. So right. I think blocking is an area that he needs improvement. Now, a lot of coaches will tell you that if a guy is willing to do that, you can teach him.
As Bab said, he kind of a get in the way guy.
Yeah, just got in the way.
Yeah.
Coach Sell with us on 3HL, going through the Titans draft picks.
Coach Sell, what about Alec Imanor? Would you have been surprised if he was taken a little higher? Imanor, my bad, Imanor.
Yeah, I think that he's a really intriguing guy. I remember watching him last summer in 2023. And he had, by the way, he ran by Travis Hunter and had some really good snaps against Travis Hunter in 2023. He's a big, physically imposing wide receiver with really good speed. And I think that he's kind of straight line-ish. He's kind of stiff-hipped and linear, but he can run. And there's a physical presence to him. When you watch him on tape, he looks big. I mean, he's close to 6'2", 206, but on tape he looks bigger. He just looks like a big man. He can snatch the ball away from his frame. He can catch through contact. He was really good in college on those in-breaking routes like slants, glance routes. But he's not a loose, flexible guy. So his game's built predominantly on his size and kind of his powerful physical presence. So the question is, how do you deploy him in your offense? That's a great question. I'm not exactly sure how they'll see him, but there's no question that he can get vertical. And again, now they have two guys that they drafted in DK and Imanor who can get vertical. And I think you always want to have that in your offense. It's probably why, guys, he was a fifth-round pick, because he does have some limitations to his game, because he's tight-hipped and a little stiff. He's not a super flexible guy. If he was, he would have been a second- or third-round pick.
Yeah, into the fourth round. They traded up to get him, which is interesting. But they need that in-breaking route guy, though.
No question.
They've missed that a little bit. Jackson Slater, offensive guard from Sacramento State. I know smaller school, but I think what was the stat? 897 pass snaps in the last 2 years and gave up one quarterback hit. What do you see with him? Did you see him?
I did watch him, of course. Yeah, I saw all these guys. He also played some snaps at center against San Jose State, which I think was their first game of the season, and he looked pretty good doing that as well. I would say that, he showed really strong snaps as a run blocker. They used him as a drive and base blocker. They used him as a puller, both inside and outside. I thought he looked good in pass pro. I'm not necessarily, obviously, he's not playing against Power 5 competition. I'm not necessarily looking at that. I'm kind of looking more at what his traits are and his attributes are. I thought he showed the ability in pass protection to redirect and mirror. I thought he showed anchor strength. I think he's a little tight hip that showed up in the run game when he had to work to the second level. But he obviously played offensive guard and played a lot of football at Sacramento State. He was a first-team All-American. But I think, you could see him at guard. You could see him at center. He's only 6'3". So a lot of times, guys who are 6'3" move inside to center. So we'll see. Obviously, Cushenberry's coming back. They signed him to a deal. So, he's not gonna play center as a starter. Given what they have now at guard, he wouldn't start at guard either. So, he could well be the backup at center and at guard because Skoronski will play left guard and Zeitler will play right guard.
You need that. You need that swing guy,
Absolutely.
Marcus Harris, cornerback out of California. I don't know much about him. Cosell, what you got?
Yeah, he was actually Cal, believe it or not, had 3 defensive backs that were kind of fun. And Harris obviously was one of them. And he played outside at Cal. My sense is that he's a slot player in the league. And don't forget, keep in mind now, you get later in the draft, there's a reason guys get drafted later. So, you're drafting Marcus Harris. You're not saying, oh, my God, this guy's going to step in and be a starter and be an all-pro. You're drafting him because there's certain things you really, really like about him. He played a lot of man coverage on the outside. He played a lot of different techniques of press man coverage. He was patient. He was poised. There was a really physical component to his play. My guess is that's what really drew the attention to Harris. He's only 5'11", 189. His testing measurables weren't necessarily great, but he was physical. What I call playing personality. He had an outstanding playing personality, and therefore he was kind of fun to watch. But I think that he's going to absolutely move inside in the NFL.
Yeah, and that's interesting because Roger McCreary is the only inside guy. I mean, Brownlee can do it, but that's probably the thing.
I think Brownlee played outside last year mostly, and I think my sense is they probably see him out there. But Harris is definitely a guy that he could be the backup in the slot.
Khalil Mullings, linebacker turned running back at Michigan, 6'2", 226. They said they wanted something a little different at running back with regard to Pollard and Spears. They get it with this guy.
They sure do. And this kid was a linebacker and started to play a little running back in 2023, and this year was a full-time running back. What's funny is he came out of the state of Massachusetts as a 4-star recruit and one of the best linebacker prospects in the nation. And then obviously ends his career as a running back. He's an interesting guy because you could kind of see that he's new at the position, but you did see some quick feet. You saw some deceptive lateral agility. He's got a little bit of burst. Obviously, he's got some power to him. He's a downhill runner. He's got leg drive. He gets tough, hard-earned yards. He did that a lot in Michigan, particularly in critical down and distance and game situations. I think there's something there. I mean, again, guys like this get drafted too because they can play special teams.
Yes.
Because it's funny. I spoke to Coach Callahan about this because there were a couple of other backs that I liked more as runners than Khalil Mullings. And he mentioned the special teams right away. Mm-hmm. And special teams has become more and more important because the kickoff rule has changed again. So now kickoffs are becoming even more important. And a guy like Mullins is absolutely going to play special teams.
Yep, and they need that short yardage guy too. So,
Cosell, when you look at a guy that's probably as popular as any draft pick outside of Cam Ward, Xavier Restrepo, what's your thoughts on him? Would it get him?
Yeah, Restrepo's an interesting guy because his game's not built at all on speed, and obviously he didn't run well. So people were like, "Oh my God, this guy can't play." And again, who knows what the future holds, but I thought he was at his best when he had free access off the ball. He's got natural quickness. Um, the high percentage of his routes came in the short to intermediate levels of the defense. I think he's got some nuance and subtlety as a route runner. I think he knows how to separate. He's a slot move receiver. The league has changed to where a lot of guys can play inside and outside. This guy's pretty much a slot receiver. And that's kind of what he is. And we'll see. I mean, I'm sure that he's got a chip on his shoulder. He was not drafted. I'm sure he thought he would be. And obviously he knows the quarterback very well.
Yeah. Greg Cosell, NFL Films, NFL Matchup. Man, that was a fun event. Man, you guys crushed it.
A lot of fun
on stage. It was sold out. I would encourage people when this thing pops up again next year, make sure you get your tickets early because the venue was incredible. It's kind of an intimate setting, and Coach Callahan brought his own film, which was awesome. And just listening to you guys talk ball and watch Buck kind of stay out of it was great.
Well, Buck was the straight man, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you, Cosell. Great stuff, man. Have a great weekend,
Greg.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Cosell.
Absolutely love it. When we come back, ESPN wants to dump cash on the SEC. Why? We'll tell you and discuss it next. 3HL.
You need new windows, you need new doors. Sometimes it's time to upgrade those things in your home, even if it's not the sexiest of upgrades. But when you do have to do it, you need to call Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella, affordable and the best quality out there. I love a good deal. You love a good deal. We all love a good deal. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville wants to give you a good deal right now as they celebrate 100 years in business. All you have to do is tell them that you would like the Dawn deal for May. That is 50% off qualifying installations and 0% APR for 36 full months. Ask them for details. Let them help you out. And I promise you, they are the best out there at what they do. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Schedule your free consultation. Check out the Dawn deal. You can do it all online easily at PellaNashville.com.
All right, PAI Medical, WeGrowHair.com is where you should head to when you're trying to get top of your head back looking like it should be. Yeah, make yourself look a little younger. Fuller and thicker head of hair. Why wouldn't you? If it's an opportunity and a resource out there for you to dive into, PAI Medical is that one that you're looking for. 615-376-6010. Get you a free consultation today and boost your confidence even higher. I went and did it too, man. I was waiting to get this little sunroof closed up top and said, I ain't going to do it. But I know what else in Tennessee has the Artist Robotic FUE procedure, and We Grow Hair's high-density hair transplants give you 2 times more hair in one procedure. And they got a fast 45-minute laser and PRP treatment available for men and women where you sit there, get it done, you get out of there. And there is no pain, so don't think it's somebody just poking on your head. No, that's not what's going on. Call them right now at 615-376-6010. WeGrowHair.com. Get you a free consultation today. 615-376-6010. PAI Medical. Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. This Thursday, we are wrapping up the 4 o'clock hour, about to go into the 5 o'clock hour. We're waiting on you to get in your car and go home, and we're going to take you all the way home, people. I know you've been waiting on 3HL. Probably was sitting there at work like, boss, let me off. I need to get in the car so I can listen to 3HL. I'm already listening to it at my cubicle or wherever you're working
Secretly.
at. Yeah, like, make it easy for me, yo.
What? Who sits at this mic and loosens it up? Is it Blaine over here? Who's over here?
I mean, it's either Blaine or Kayla.
No, a pan.
Or Pan.
No, Lucas wasn't in studio today.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a first
Yeah,
time
it can't
thing.
be. Yeah,
No, it happens every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to ask Hitman.
Buck's little mic over here that he uses.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't want to be on the same one as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one because you ain't even got to touch it. It's just right there.
It is right there. We'll be in Murfreesboro tomorrow. Homeowners,
There you go.
DIYers, and dreamers join 3HL at the Murfreesboro Home Expo Friday, tomorrow at the Embassy Suites by Hilton, sponsored by Wright Construction of Tennessee. From home automation, security, remodeling, and design, the Home Expo is the place to find just what you're looking for. Admission and parking are free. To learn more, visit 1045thezone.com/events.
Will vendors
Yay.
be there?
Yeah, vendors.
Yes, lots of vendors. Just not the ones that you necessarily would like
And those
to
are the
visit.
ones. Okay, cool. Thanks.
He would. He's just thinking about food.
Hey, those are best vendors. No
Food
better
vendors?
vendor. No better one. Tell you that right now.
You need to go to the Food Expo.
Where's that?
Create it. Slay America. You got the company.
Oh, there's like 8 million food expos around
Yeah,
here,
but
right?
can you
In
imagine
Nashville?
a better food expo than one created by Ron Slay?
No,
No, they
it
got
would
to
not
bring it-
exist.
Had to bring the A game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run them out of there. You slacking. Anything under 8.5, you got to go.
8.5 out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
You won't make it.
So you have tryouts
And you're
for
the
your
judge?
I'm the judge.
You have tryouts for the Slay America Food Expo.
Yes, absolutely. Hard grading scale too.
So ESPN wants to dump cash on the SEC.
Wow.
Okay, they already do, but okay.
They want to give them 50 to 60 million more.
What's the catch?
9 conference games as opposed to 8. So what do y'all think about that?
Sign me up.
I'm all in too. I think it depends on where your program is.
Well, mine's
Because-
not in a great spot, and I still say sign me up.
Yeah, some
Still.
programs need the 4 non-con games that where they can try to schedule wins. But from a rivalry standpoint, like the 8 game, you lose something with the added teams. With a 9 game schedule, you can bring some of those back.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, man, I don't know. I mean, I'm always for more SEC games. I like SEC on the SEC, but I understand the smaller schools being able to come get that check, especially right now with the portal, how it is, NIL. Everybody ain't got the money.
Oh,
to,
from an outside the SEC perspective, thinking about like the MTSUs of the world.
I'm looking at the schedule like the ETSUs.
Yep.
Also, like they ain't what they going.
By the way, did y'all know that Will?
UT Chattanooga's.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Did y'all know that our guy Will Healy is the coach at ETSU now?
Yes.
The head
Yeah,
coach.
you told us.
Oh, I did.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just found out.
I don't know if you told us on there, but
No, you told us the day you found out.
yeah.
I saw a picture of him on Instagram, and he was at ETSU. I was like, so I texted him. I'm like,
That's what I
dude,
was
are
saying,
you
you
at
hit him up.
ETSU? He's like, yeah, you didn't see the story on ESPN 14? I'm like, come on, Will.
Right there, you
He was at
just squint and look.
he was on that Georgia State staff that beat Vandy last year
Yep.
down there. But yeah, from that perspective, Slay, yeah, it's harder and harder for those schools, if everybody does that,
Right.
to pick up those checks to fund everything.
So I'm looking at it now. Everybody has what? 1, 2, 3.
Glenn says it's
4.
100 million. Yeah. Okay.
So 4 outside. It's 4 outside games right now. So you go to 3
That's
outside
right.
games.
You go to 3.
That ain't bad.
The only thing I will say and point out is, I mean, this conference just beats each other up anyway.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
That's a huge one.
So if I'm Greg Sankey, do I really want that to happen? Because at the end of the day, the goal is to overtake the college football playoff and go
Right.
win a national
Well,
title.
he has wanted the 9 games for a while, but he hasn't done it because he's got to sell everybody on it.
And also
But
because of what I'm just saying, you just beat each other
Man.
up.
that's part of it. I think the other part of it, and the more logical maybe part of it from his perspective, is he was waiting on this payday. He was waiting on the money.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a big issue with this college football playoff? Was a lot of people were like upset that like it wasn't based on who you beat, but just how many wins you have. It was based off more of your record than your resume. That makes sense.
It was more of your record than resume.
Like if
Yes, that was the argument. That was the debate that a lot of people had. Yes. But what's interesting about this whole thing is like the beating each other up part. I remember when Roy Kramer divided the conference and had an East and a West. Everybody in a championship game, everybody thought that same thing, and that they would pick each other off. They wouldn't compete for national titles.
Mm-hmm.
And man,
that was false.
Roy Kramer was right.
That worked.
It worked. So I get your point, Babs, because 9 out of 12 in the SEC, where everyone can beat anybody, at least right now.
Man. I'm looking at Texas schedule. Like, I'm trying to figure out who do they add. Ole Miss. Like, and this is no slight to nobody else.
Ole Miss would be good for Texas.
I mean,
like that would be a cool
Miss,
rivalry.
Tennessee. Like, I'm just looking at the 25 schedule. Like,
so, and Jeremy brought it up in the chat
Auburn?
too. They got a taste of it during COVID too, where there were no
SEC.
no cupcake games, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was 10-game SEC schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jeremy Pruitt did not do well.
Coaches are like, yeah.
Every time I've heard
It's
his
not
name
ideal.
up, Slade just shakes his head.
Sad dude.
3-7 that season, got a couple of those wins vacated. So.
Turtleneck on.
Yeah,
Way to go, Jeremy Pruitt.
that was technically an over that year.
Put a turtleneck on.
You won 3 games,
COVID.
but none of them counted.
Yeah. Every time I mention his name, you think of that.
Yeah, because that was
him with the turtleneck.
with his eyes poking out the top.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, but that's a great drop.
All right, we need to get out of here. If y'all want to comment on that, you want 9-game schedule in the SEC? 615-737-1045. Want to tell you about history. History had the gold rush. Then came the oil boom. Then the tech boom. But right now, it's the Wi-Fi boom. And the Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Streaming, booming. Gaming, booming. Video calls, booming. Even when your boss schedules a meeting that definitely could have been done by email. And now you can get Xfinity Internet and mobile together in all in one plan. It is the ultimate power couple. Wi-Fi Power Boost from Xfinity Mobile gives you faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds at home and on the go. So your Wi-Fi is booming wherever you are. Now through June 23rd, new customers can get 400 megabit Xfinity Internet with free equipment and unlimited internet data. And get one unlimited 5G mobile line included all in one plan, all for $40 a month for 1 year. So whether you're working, watching, or panning for Wi-Fi Gold, one thing is for sure. Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account restrictions. Apply taxes, fees are extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of data usage. Data thresholds vary. After 1 year, rate increases to $110 a month. After 2 years, regular rates apply to all services. Actual speeds vary.
What's happening, y'all? You need a golf cart. This is the opportunity to get one. Go to Boswell's Golf Carts. That's where I headed to. You can even go on the website, boswellsgolf.com. Nashville's trusted family-owned golf cart dealer since 1963. Right there in South Nashville, man. It's real simple to get to, real easy. When you get there, you go on the showroom floor, and they got everything. When I say all the brands, I mean all the brands. Yamaha, E-Z-Go, Cushman, Evolution, and Icon. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what they got going on in the Zone Golf Tournament. Listen, Boswell Golf Cars, they're a hole-in-one sponsor at our golf tournament. 4 different holes. If you get a hole-in-one, you'll win a beautiful new golf car. How crazy is that? Yeah, and don't worry, Big Slay will have a Slaymobile golf car rolling around, making sure everybody's cool. Yes, I have music. Yes, I have Bluetooth. Yes, I have different lights going up. Don't even worry about it. Just be there. But this is the part you need to know. Boswell's offers financing options through Sheffield Financing. You can get pre-qualified without any impact to your credit score. You put your foot in the door. It's real simple. 111 Transit Avenue. That is boswellsgolf.com.
Good evening. It's 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. In NFL news today, the Panthers released former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. He had 5.5 sacks in his only year with Carolina. The Panthers also placed running back Jonathan Brooks on the PUP list, ending his 2025 season before it begins. Brooks tore his ACL in Week 14 of last year, his second ACL tear in as many years. And SEC softball tournament news today, number 5 Arkansas took down number 4 Tennessee with a 6-1 win over the Lady Vols. They will now face number 1 Oklahoma in the semifinals. The NBA playoffs continue tonight with the West semifinals as the Timberwolves host the Warriors. Golden State currently holding a 1-0 lead in the series. Tip-off for that one is at 7:30. For your foundation repair and whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. There are storms out there. Head on a swivel.
It is not beautiful.
It is beautiful. Your feet hit the ground today, Babs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, they're on the ground.
I mean, you could be walking around here with nerve damage in your neck with a neck brace on or something.
Like one of our sales girls.
Drew, man.
Poor Drew. It's a hardcore neck brace, too.
Man, it's real. It's real in the field.
You see the most random things walking down the hall sometimes in this place.
Yes.
Zeph Dog is the executive producer of 3HL.
What's up?
Have you heard from Cracker Barrel lately? Your
Nope.
boy Keith?
Nope.
Reach out to you?
Nope.
You need to reach out to him.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, man, thank you for being there for me during my years at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, well, I love the connection we got.
Yeah.
Nothing on earth like having that little that little brown apron.
I saw
With all those stars on it.
a job posting for Cracker Barrel pop up on my LinkedIn.
It's Zeph. It's a spot. Oh, they got a spot opened up.
Yep.
Huh.
Come
I
join
would-
our team.
I would love to see Dawn in the kitchen of a Cracker Barrel.
I'll be
I'm
back
not
up.
even in a.m. in my house.
Right,
I
put me
know.
back up.
That's why it would be just pure entertainment. Like, especially, let's put you there Sunday morning, 9 a.m.
Oh,
Catch a
God,
niner
that
in
No,
there.
sounds
you know what?
awful.
Let's go after church. Let's go 10 a.m. You get the 9 a.m. church crowd coming in.
Oh, no.
So, do you still have the, what do you call it? The smock?
The apron?
Apron?
Yeah, apron.
Yeah, but I never wore it because I was back in the kitchen. I needed to put my name on it. So
like
we
smart.
had kitchen aprons that we used.
Were they
just-
brown
they
too
were just
with
black.
stars on them?
No, they were just black. I did steal one of those. I do have one of those.
Wow.
And
Now
and a
you-
towel.
Yeah.
I took
Criminal
we have like these
enterprise.
white towels from
Like a kitchen towel?
yeah.
Like
Or
the
do you
ki-
have they're like raggedy?
Like the
No,
kind,
it was a brand new towel.
the kind you
took
put
it.
on your head when you're sweating too much?
Yes, dunk it in ice water, wring it out, put it on your head.
Yeah.
I've done that many a time.
Yeah. Me and Slay probably do that at the golf tournament coming up on June 9th.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know.
Murph from WTN was just asking who we were playing with. I said, I don't know.
You know.
Usually we play
Barry
with,
Dave.
we play Dave Elliott, who
Hunter
is a
jumps in sometimes.
sales manager down there, and Allison, who runs all 5 of our radio stations, her husband Barry.
Mm-hmm.
That's who we usually play with.
Yep. That sounds about right to me.
And we usually finish like right in the middle somehow.
Sound like a good
So if there are
time.
multiple fights, sometimes we actually win.
Which is unreal.
Don, do you play?
Heck no.
Why not?
You should, man. You hit the ball well out there the other day when we were doing the promotional
So did,
video
man.
for this.
Come on, Babs.
Except for
You
the
even,
fact that they all go right.
Yeah, but it's a nice right.
yeah, just keep moving to your left.
Yeah, just turn to the left. You'll fix it. You'll fix it right there.
Turn to the right. You did 2-putt from like 80 feet.
I did, yes. Listen, I am an asset to a tournament team
Yep.
when it comes to putting and
Yep.
reading a line for you.
Yep. And I hit the green on a par 3. I did not make the birdie putt, nor did I make the par putt. As a matter of fact,
As I was just going to say, keep going.
Slay,
What about
according
the
to
bogey?
according to the camera and our reaction, Slay hit the green too.
Yes, but he did not make the birdie putt or the par putt or the bogey putt, as a matter of fact.
This is all true.
Yeah, it's a wild time. Join 104.5 The Zone for our 2025 Golf Classic, presented by Ferguson on Monday, June 9th at Nashville Golf and Athletic Club. Located in the heart of Cool Springs, this historic golf club features breathtaking panoramic views of beautiful Middle Tennessee countryside. Purchase your team today and choose between 2 flights, 8 a.m. or 1 p.m., and spend the day teeing off with us. For more information or to purchase a team, visit 1045thezone.com. Rich, our promotions guy,
it's a fun day.
had a video of my par 3 green in regulation. But he sent it to me on email, and it's in this weird file that is really small, and I can't enlarge it.
Yeah, he always everything he sends me. I can't read. I can't open.
You can't download it on your phone from our email because of the security parameters.
Yes.
So what you have to do,
you cannot screenshot anything either. It's
what you have to do is go to your MacBook, download on your Macbook, and then airdrop it to yourself.
Oh my gosh!
I had to do that with a couple
who
videos.
wants to do all that?
I threw my MacBook away.
Oh,
see you bye.
And I don't think you can. I don't think you can do it on your iPad. I think it registers your iPad as like a phone device.
It does.
So.
Scott on YouTube. You can watch the show YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Scott says or asks, was that a Raising Arizona reference? Yes, Scott. Very good.
Good job, Scott.
Good job, Scotter.
Turn to the right. That was a great film.
Trey asked, does your husband cook? Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm.
And very well. Otherwise, we'd be in deep, you know what.
Yeah. I mean, you cook once every couple of years.
I almost, you know what my dad, the word my dad always used for Shiano?
What?
Caca.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be in deep caca.
Mm-hmm. A little Spanish.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can say that word.
Oh, I can't? What does it mean?
It means what you've said it meant.
Yeah.
In Spanish?
Yeah.
Do I need to dump that?
That used to be
know.
Laurent's word.
Oh, really? He didn't know what it meant either, did he?
His grandmother is Mexican, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chris's
Chris
mom.
half Mexican too, so.
Yeah.
Did he get in trouble for saying that?
No, his grandmama told him.
But you said he used to say
I don't know if we're
it.
allowed to say that or not.
He don't say it
Let's
anymore.
ask management on that one.
They
Hey,
just
is
go
this a
shake it
word
down.
we're allowed?
I think you might hear from management before you ask management.
I think I might have missed the 20 seconds to dump it.
Yeah.
Nah, that's all right.
There you go. Just went over the air.
Welcome to it, y'all.
That's all right. Have you watched the UFL on ESPN?
Yeah, oh, it's wild.
Whoa.
Yep.
It's wild out there.
Celtics did it again. Slay Dog, they lost at home to the Knicks after leading by 20, 91-90 the final. This was a creative way to lose. They led 84-68 with 8:27 to go. Knicks closed on a 21-6 run. Boston made one field goal in the last 8.5 minutes. They were 1 of 14, and the only one was a dunk by Tatum where he just ran through everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Celtics dead?
No, they're not dead. Just for the simple fact, all it's going to take is for them to start hitting them threes. This is wild. Like, you're giving them games. The only bad part about it is like, the Knicks aren't playing great either.
That's right.
And they're finding a way to win.
Well, Brunson's fun to watch, though.
Yeah, but they've done a great job on him. Like, he ain't done the Brunson things that he usually does.
But
so
some of the shot he makes, though, is
that's tough. That's what he does. But Boston, if they start hitting these threes, that's the only thing I'll be worried about because you only go through these little slumps for so long. And when you come out of it, if you come out in time, boy, just imagine if they hitting 40% of them threes. It could get ugly. So we're going to see. We're going to see. It's going to be New York. They shook them up. Now they're going back to the Garden. It's the opportunity for Tatum and Brown. What y'all going to do?
Boy, Tatum doesn't look like himself. Brown looked a little better.
He did early on, and then it's just,
But,
man.
I mean, they struggle from three again.
The three ball is what they do.
They are 25 of 100. They've missed 75 threes in 2 games, which is an NBA playoff record.
And it's hard to say fix something that's worked.
Before the game, Paul Pierce went out on a limb. This is what he said.
I heard this. Oh, that's good, Pierce. Yep.
How confident are you?
Celtics
next tonight.
If the Celtics lose game 2 at home, I promise you, I'm walking here tomorrow. I'm walking here.
Why you got to do that?
Wait a minute. I'm walking here 15 miles. I'm walking here.
Actually, 16.
I don't know. Keith, this is your friend.
In my robe.
Get your friends.
No shoes
In my
on.
robe.
Somebody save him.
Bare feet.
No.
If what?
If the Celtics lose tonight,
Somebody save him.
Don't do it, Paul.
I'm walking.
Paul, not tonight.
I'm
man.
telling you
Take
right
this
now.
serious. Take the serious.
No, I'm taking this
not
serious.
tonight. Not tonight.
Nah,
Do tonight.
nah, we ain't
Barefoot,
nah.
in a robe.
Ain't no way. In a robe, barefoot.
So you getting up at 5 in the morning?
I'm gonna be up at 3.
Right here, though, Joy. Yeah.
Right
At
here.
3.
He did it too, didn't he?
He did. There's
his word.
pictures and
Yep.
video of it.
Took him 7 hours.
Yep.
No, it
Guarantee
didn't.
This one. Put the house on this game.
No.
Put the
So it was
house
like 18
on.
out. It was like 18 miles. Wasn't
So you
no.
don't think there's an opportunity?
He got a slow
shot we
Ichabod
lose.
walk.
There's no way.
I was
No
going to say, he has to be the
Paul.
slowest
Yeah.
walker
You got a
ever.
better chance at walking out of the studio and seeing a dinosaur.
You know what's so crazy, though? Because I done been with you after speaking this way, and it didn't go good. So if I was you, I would restrain from making these promises.
Too late now. Porzingis is still probable, right?
Nope.
He straight did it.
Oh, yeah, he did it. 7 out. Was he late?
No, but they wheeled him in on a wheelchair once he got to the studio. They put him in a wheelchair and they rolled him into the studio while they were on air.
He was down.
Slate, could you do that?
What? 18 miles?
Uh-huh.
Walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
7 hours?
Yeah, it'll probably be like it.
Boy,
Where's that from? What's 18 miles?
Murfreesboro, Franklin Road? Like past Cool Springs?
Franklin Road here? Ooh. I was gonna say just Franklin Road down there by where Chunky Junkie got me. I can do that.
Oh,
So
no,
from
it's
here-
past that.
From here to Smyrna is 23 miles.
Golly, that's
So
all.
just a little bit before, a couple miles before Smyrna.
So Old
you're
Hickory.
there. Laverne.
Hello,
Out here to Laverne.
Here to Laverne.
Sheesh.
If you walk down 24 from here
Listen,
to Laverne.
you make stupid bets,
Yeah.
you play stupid
play
games,
stupid
you
games.
get
Stupid
stupid
prizes.
prizes.
That's right.
It's only
That's right.
It's only 13 miles to Cool Springs Galleria Mall.
Golly.
So you need to go another couple miles after that.
That's a haul right there, dog.
He live streamed while I was walking
Yeah, that's a haul.
on Instagram.
Well, 18's a big difference than 15 too.
Man, that's a long way.
You get an extra. You go 15, then you got
3 more miles?
that you didn't think you had.
Oh, he tweeted out it was 20.2 miles. It was
Oh.
an 8-hour,
That's
2-minute walk. I think he finished it in 7 hours.
20.2.
20 miles.
Is that us going home?
No, it's
So
way
it's further
past.
than
So
that.
Smyrna is 19 according to Waze.
Dang.
So he just walked from here to Smyrna and then
Was he
In-
barefoot?
Yeah.
In his slippers and robe? What did he actually?
He had the robe on for sure.
I know he
didn't
had
see
the robe
feet.
on, but you can't be walking 20 miles.
when they rolled him into the studio, he had shoes on. So I don't know if those are the
I
shoes
would
he
think he
wore or
would
if he
put
just
shoes
brought
on.
a change of clothes. 20 miles barefoot, that's
No, you can't do that.
you wouldn't be able to stand after
Okay.
that.
I'm already can't stand
Let
it.
me ask you this. Why was he so confident to make that bet?
Because this is the way they won the championship last year. Like, and then the other part of it is they're getting open threes. It's not like
Yeah.
the Boston Celtics are getting tough, contested 3-pointers.
The Knicks
They're-
aren't playing great D at
No,
all.
they are just actually and the people that are missing the shots are the people that make the shots. Like,
Yeah.
it's Tatum, it's Brown, it's Derek White, it's Drew Holiday.
Didn't even shoot
Like,
any.
it's amazing, man. Like, this
Pritchard
is
was
who
hitting.
they are. Yeah, Pritchard was it.
Yeah. That was it,
but
though.
it's
He had 5,
like-
I think.
I'll tell
He
you
had
what.
5 at the 10.
They're running plays, and they're open. They just not. They getting offensive rebounds, missing three. Like
we were all confident
It's
in
crazy.
him, but he played there, so there's that. But
I feel though,
Yeah, but
going to
still.
New York, I bet with Boston the last 2 guys. I'm betting with them again. Like they can't continue to shoot like this.
Big Savages coming up. OKC, as you predicted, Slay bounced back in a big way.
Told you they were gonna get on their neck.
149 to 106. SGA, we talked about filling the stat sheet. 34 points, 4 boards, 8 assists. OKC had 7 players in double figures. Tonight, Golden State without Steph
It's gonna be interesting.
at Minnesota. Minnesota favored by 10.5.
That's a lot of points.
A lot of points. NHL tonight, Carolina at Washington. Carolina on the road favored minus 165 to take a 2-0 lead. Edmonton at Vegas. Vegas favored minus 130. Vegas leads the series 1-0 as well. Big Savage, Ramon Foster. Talk about standing on people's necks. He was He was trying to do that in the chat yesterday. This will be fun. 3-8-10-1045 The Zone.
Maybe your monthly bills are keeping you up at night, and maybe you're worried about your finances in these crazy times right now. The monthly payment not going down on that credit card debt. Guess what? You can call Loan Pronto. If you own a home, they can help you get out of this problem really easy. A super easy way with Loan Pronto to get tens or even hundreds of thousands out in cash. Loan Pronto has lots of options for helping you tap into the equity in your home for you to get the cash out you need to get back on solid footing. And most homeowners who have done this with Loan Pronto end up wiping out all of their credit card debt. And on top of it, they cut their monthly expenses by about $1,000 a piece. Look, you didn't mean to end up here. If you do stress about money, you don't have to. If you own a home, call Loan Pronto for fast debt relief. LoanPronto.com. You can start the whole process or call them at 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com at 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
I met with my buddy John Pirtle, President and CEO, not too long ago of eSpaces, and really enjoyed talking with him about his company. And they've got 15 locations. You can check them out, eSpaces.com, and learn more about what they do. But these guys are redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every type of and style of business. 2 Middle Tennessee locations opening this July, as a matter of fact. Cool Springs at Corporate Center and Brentwood at City Park, designed for entrepreneurs, teams, established professionals, featuring private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Anything that you may need to get done from a business perspective, meeting-wise or working individually, you just need a quiet place to go. eSpaces has you covered. Want to check it out? Tours available now. Reserve your space early. Visit eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com. You can see all 15 locations online. Discover why more businesses are choosing eSpaces. That's eSpaces.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay.
They not like us.
Is Big Savage coming in here with some heat? Is that what's going to happen right now?
There he is.
I enjoyed 75% of the 3HL was in the chat this morning.
Yeah, that's the first time for y'all, man. Be awesome if y'all did that more often, man. You know what I'm saying, Mayor? You came in there when there was petty stuff going on.
I did.
That's early.
I used to come in there quite a bit, but now I just listen to y'all while I work. And but now I got a new iPad, so I actually have the ability to get in there now.
Okay, all right. Well, I didn't know the iPad was stopping you, man.
It was
If you're
stopping me.
outdated in technology, man,
Yeah.
then we're gonna have to have a different talk.
I know. Me and my like 12-year-old what do you call that thing over there, Slay Dog? The
MacBook.
The MacBook. Yeah, that went right down the garbage chute.
Well, it's between that and getting you a smart TV. Like, I watch y'all on my TV at home when I'm not commenting stuff. So, look, it's a million ways to do it, man. We everywhere. What is it, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch?
Twitch, please.
That's all I needed right there, man. I've been waiting to steal it from you, but considering our little, friendly beef we have going on, I ain't trying to steal none or infringe upon nobody right now. Hey, by the way, we are in an intense baseball game right now, man. We are in the chat, bottom of the ninth, tied 2-2. RJ just hit a major hit to center field. Guy hit, his teammate ran to third. They tagged him out. I got the video. He was not out. But, hey, there is no replay in high school baseball.
I remember one time in travel baseball, there was a mom on the team that had a video of her kid sliding safe into home, and the umpire called him out. And she, in between innings, she goes, "I've got it on video." And he goes, "Ma'am, if you show me that video, I'm throwing you out."
Listen, man. It's like that sometimes. Yeah. No replays out here, though.
So what is
Shout out
June
Ty,
on?
he was safe.
June on first?
Yeah, he's on first. No, that was the third out right there.
That was the third
This
out.
is 2 extra innings. High school goes 7. We're at the bottom of the ninth, locked 2-2 right now.
Wow.
All right, keep us updated. Keep us updated. We won't distract you too much, but in this little whatever this beef is with RK Dub and 3HL. How did you come up with wrestling for me and Will Bowling? Because look, Savage, I know I've dropped a lot of weight, but I'm still 214, and Will's probably 114. So severe disadvantage for Will Bowling.
What I'm telling you, you thinking about that. I'm thinking about Will Bowling sharp elbows as it pertains to him, hitting you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my point.
That was really funny. What you said was he's got runner elbows. Which was really funny.
Have y'all ever watched a track meet, man? They are violent. They're violent with those elbows. Like
That's a good
if
point.
you try to pass, they're wide. They wide on you, man. I actually like that type of stuff.
So you and Slay Dog in a free throw shooting competition, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. Because neither one of us want to jump or hit the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because y'all are old.
Yeah, stand still only, baby.
It does hurt to hit the ground, you know?
Yeah, it does. You man, go to my guys at Wellness Institute in Nashville, man. He got me right the other day, man. I needed it. I'm be real with you.
I got a doctor's appointment at 9:15 in the morning.
Well, that is then. See, and by the way, I said it on our show this morning. Men, go to the doctor. Go get your blood pulled and drawn and check yourself out, man. Like, y'all don't understand how crucial that is, man. I went and did mine today.
It's like Ice Cube said, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I'm telling you, health is wealth. All them good things, Mayor.
Yep. That's how I found out I had diabetes.
Ooh, diabetes. Oh, man.
Diabetes.
You managed me though pretty well.
Yeah, but
He does now.
Yeah. Cut out sugar, man. That's a big thing for sure. All right, let's start with college football. What do you think about you guys? You guys broke this down really well this morning. But the whole idea that I think Greg Sankey's simply been waiting for the cash flow from ESPN to say, hey, we'll give you $100 million if you go to 9 conference games. I think that's what he's been waiting for because he's lobbied for this for a couple of years. He just hasn't had the institutions to be behind him. What do you think about that? A 9-game SEC schedule as opposed to an 8-game SEC schedule. You did it.
Yeah, it's got to be worth it, first and foremost. And what I mean, the money aspect of it, if they're going to go to the revenue sharing side of it, too. And I think the biggest part, man, is we have this conversation all the time. Oh, we beat each other up. And the same goes for basketball. We say that about the SEC in general. Oh, we beat each other up. If you can guarantee those 4 spots going into this college football playoffs, then yes, I am with it, man. But the other side of it is if we're learning from other teams that have lost out of conference and still get those nods, then if you're playing somebody, we mentioned it this morning, you playing Penn State. If Auburn is playing Penn State or Michigan and they lose, that shouldn't hurt you when it comes down to the 4-team lock in the SEC if you still did good in the SEC is the way I view that one. It comes down to the representation of it. And right now, and it sucks for everybody else, but the SEC and the Big Ten are the kings of the hill as it pertains to what the draws are. And honestly, just follow the money. The money says SEC, Big Ten. And I think right now the Big Ten's deal is even bigger than the SEC's because they got their second. So that's the game that you have to play. Right. And I'm all for it. Like I said, if they want to say, hey, add more excitement to the home games, you do a home and home with Oregon. Like, those are the types of things. I'll be honest, I love to go to the big house in Michigan and Ann Arbor and watch the Vols play them and then watch them come down to Knoxville too. Those are the things I think that can just honestly help curate their game of college football even more. But they got so many different other issues, man, as far as this transfer portal and stuff, which is why a lot of these coaches don't want that ninth game unless there's a lock for it because it becomes almost open recruitment in the second. Think about it. If somebody from Auburn went up to Penn State and just fell in love with it, Babsy, like those types of things happen in those settings because they're recruiting the same kids anyway now.
Mm-hmm. That's right there. All right, so you going to these let me ask you this, a little off kilter. What stadium, you just mentioned Michigan, since you're calling games on the Vol Network now, which stadium would you are you looking forward to going to call games in, Savage, this year coming up?
This fall, man. Let me see. Where are we at this year? One, Neyland. Having that experience is going to be big. I think Oklahoma comes to us.
Right.
Georgia comes to us, too. I would go down to the Swamp. I want to see what that one looks like.
Yeah. Not as a player.
Because it's 8 home games.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull it up now. I don't know why mine taking so long.
But the other stadiums I want to see Arkansas. And I also want to see Auburn, too. We played, I think, the last time in 07 or 08. And just being able to visualize that. I will say this, too, because I want to go back and see it, and I hope it's at night. But Arkansas at night, man, when they're doing that woo-pig, oh, my gosh, they chant it like crazy. And hearing you speak about Texas, whenever that series come up, man, I'm extra excited to see that one also. So it's the newbies. Seeing what Missouri is like. What are they in, Columbia? Missouri? I want to see that one, too. Como. Yeah, those are the stadiums I'm very much looking forward to. I didn't either been to more recently or remember playing in the other ones. Like Bama, I'm good on that one.
At Kentucky, at Florida,
at
Mississippi State.
You've got Syracuse in Atlanta, too.
Yeah, and that one. And we got to start drumming up this stuff with Bully coming up soon, too,
sure
man. That one's going to be cool. But I also heard hosting out of that Atlanta Mercedes-Benz Stadium is like being up in a crow's nest almost.
Really?
Like it's so high up. Yeah, so I'm going to have to make sure I got my binoculars, man. Most definitely for that one. But Auburn, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas and Florida are the ones I want to just see how sick it is.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to go down to Texas because I know I'm getting a phone call. I might travel down there for that one whenever that one happens. That right there. You know what I mean? Brett might play security. I wear my little black suit or something.
Well, that's much that you got out here in SEC land. You don't want to get full range at any school that you go to right now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to grab onto your garment just a little bit.
That's Babsy right there on that end, though, man. That's who you want to talk to on that.
No doubt.
Savage, now looking at the Titans, man. These undrafted free agents. I think Jim Boy just put out 5 of the 9 have been signed. 5 of the team's 9 draft picks have been signed. Kevin Winston Jr., Alec Manor, Jackson Manor. Thank you. Jackson Slater, Marcus Harris, and Khalil Mullings. Tell me about Jackson Slater, man. What can he bring? Are you impressed with him or what?
Coming from a lower level, he held his own. He stood out on tape. Even at the Senior Bowl, he did the exact same thing too, man. He's not afraid of the challenge the way I see. What I will also say, this is more of a developmental pick. If I'm looking at this, a 6th-round guy from a small school, what you see from him is his traits. He's got the size, he's got the ability, and he looks like he has the strength too. Technique has to be shored up, but I I heard Coach Hill a little bit earlier when he's saying, like projection of him is you don't want him to play this year. You put him in at some dummy time. Well, not dummy time. You put him in at some time that's at the end of the game, or vet needs, a new helmet in a pinch. Those are the situations that you want him to be in. My first take, man, was at tight end. And then I ended up, like, I didn't start until I think the last 4 games of the season.
Right.
You know, like that's the pathway that a lot of people would prefer their players go through because it is a huge swing on just the learning curve and just the physicality. And honestly, just how dumb you are as a player whenever you come into the league. And I don't think that can be overstated enough as it pertains to the adjustment to the NFL. We were speaking about that a little bit from Cam Ward's perspective this morning, too, because it's the situation with him. And I think everybody want to see him come out and be Patrick Mahomes or the Michael Jordan of the football field.
Yeah.
But first thing first is you have to make sure he's in a position to know what the basics are. Savage, when you are in a pinch, at the end of the day, what is your coach going to tell you? Go back to the fundamentals. Go back to the basics. Understanding the offense. If he don't understand the offense, respectfully, I say this because this is what I heard about this player. We're talking about Vince Young 2.0, right? That's not what you want. And that's the same way I feel about these young guys coming into it. It goes for the wide receivers, too. One of the most unique guys that I remember playing with that played early as a rookie was Mike Wallace. Right. And for a while, you know all he did for us? Run, go routes. Yeah. Right? Be a one-trick pony and do that thing real good. Unless you're one of those type of positions, man, then you need to learn and be a part of the process. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel for Jackson Slater and Cam Ward and the rest of the crew, too.
Just to go back, when you look at offensive line play, because we've had these conversations over and over with Dylan Radins and whatever else, the biggest, I guess, shock to the system transition from a lower level college football experience in the trenches to the NFL is what?
Is the speed and the strength. Yeah. The speed and the strength. I think that's in general, but even more specific coming from Sacramento State. Like, we brag and boast about what the SEC is. The entire NFL is the SEC. So him getting adjusted to a defensive lineman going across his face and a D end, he don't even see him and touch him. Like, those are the things right? So I can imagine coming from a school that never even seen this type of play until he got to the Senior Bowl. That's why I'm not putting a lot of stock in him early. If he comes in and do his thing, all right, cool. But for the most part, guys at that level have to have an adjustment. We've seen it time and time again. Like, yeah, there are your outliers of guys that just look good and, hey, he was ready. Hey, we going to extra innings, y'all. Hell yeah. 10th inning, all right? But a lot of guys, y'all wanted an update. I had to give it to you.
Gotta give it to us.
Hey, he had 2 on right there, man. They got the 3rd out right there. We hitting again. But a lot of guys' adjustments, though, Bab, it's the speed. So I couldn't imagine coming from, let's say if I was drafted out of Carson Newman. Heck, if I'm not mistaken, is it the guard out of UT Chat? Cole Strange, maybe? Yep. For the Patriots. Yep. He didn't get his 5th-year option picked up, right? Like, with the Patriots, those are some of the things that you kind of go through when guys are coming up a level, specifically in the trenches like that. Can you handle the strength? Can you handle the speed? And that's the one adjustment that you need time for.
Good luck in the game for RJ, and stay cool over there. Stay calm.
And I'm going to stay cool. We back hitting now, so I can live a little bit.
I got you. All right, Savage. Good talking with you, man. Have a great weekend. Love you, brother.
I love y'all, too, man. Y'all be cool.
All right,
Savage. Savage.
Big savagery, Ramon Foster. When we come back, 3HL bingo card. What ridiculous things were said on 3HL today. Also, the undrafted free agent list has been released by the Titans. We've got that for you. And then we'll hit those signed draft picks again in case you missed that as Slay rolled through that with Big Savage. We've got 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.
All right, want to tell you about VIP Play. You've heard me talk about Zen Sports. Well, guess what? The new VIP Play upgrade, state-of-the-art VIP Play app opens up next week. Oh, yeah, we are just a few days away, and VIP Play will offer 200 plus leagues to wager in, all your favorite bet types, live always on VIP Play. It is going to be awesome. You want to jump in so that you are ready when it launches next week. Claim your VIP Play welcome bonus. When you make your first bet of $5 or more, you'll get $100 in bonus bets instantly. But go ahead, find the VIP Play app. Go ahead and download it. Use my promo code DAWNTN, DAWNTN, and you'll be ready when this thing launches. VIP Play app coming soon next week to Tennessee exclusively. Head to VIPPlayApp.com for more information. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 and older and located in Tennessee to bet.
What's happening, y'all? Big trucks, they come through, yes, and they smash things. Wow, I don't know. Maybe because they're not paying attention. Maybe because it's sitting up high. But you get hit by an 80,000-pound truck, then, hey, hopefully you're okay. Your car will not be. And if you are, Bart Dorm Injury Law, they come in for you right then and there. And it's not a fair fight. What else isn't a fair fight? You versus the insurance companies. You better believe trucking companies have teams of lawyers working to pay you as little as possible. They're doing this purposely. They're getting with each other. They're saying, hey, man, we ain't going to give them nothing. But that's when Bart Dorm Injury Law comes in. Blair Dorm and his team, they come out the corner and they swinging, baby. How to take on trucking companies, they know the blueprint and fight for the compensation you deserve. They've been standing up for people in our community for decades, making sure big corporations don't get away with cutting corners. Now, if you or someone you love has been in a big truck accident, do not go at it alone. Call 615-242-9000. 615-242-9000. Bart Dorm Injury Law. Protecting the injured, fighting for what's right because you deserve to be paid.
Whether you're a homeowner creating your dream space or a pro managing multiple projects, discover a new way to shop at Ferguson Home, where great ideas become stunning spaces. Ferguson Home is designed for the way you want to shop. Explore the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting products online, or experience items firsthand in one of our showrooms. Our experts offer personalized support every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Shop top brands like Hinckley or find your local showroom at fergusonhome.com.
Two Rivers Ford announces employee pricing for everyone. Every tradesman, every dad, every rising star. You pay what we pay. Two Rivers Ford. Locally owned. American made.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Nashville, get ready to bless 6th Annual Nashville Rosé Festival coming to East Park on Saturday, May 17th. Sip on more than 100 rosé wines plus cocktails, brews, and more. Enjoy live DJs, performance art, food trucks, vendors. Slay. And
vendors.
And support the Tennessee Breast Cancer Coalition. Listen all week long for your chance to win mom tickets to the Nashville Rosé Festival.
I'll be there.
On May 17th at East Park, just in time for Mother's Day. For more information or to sign up, online, 1045thezone.com.
And food vendors.
You love some food vendors.
No, I love food. I just happen to be with the vendor.
The vendors happen to bring you food.
Yeah, they supply you with food.
Yeah, buddy. My people.
Every time you say bingo, I think of Cousin Eddie and Christmas Vacation.
Bingo, Clark. Got that right.
3HL bingo card. Weird thing said on the show today. Suck is a strong word. With all due respect, I think Will Bowling is more athletic than Dr. Gibby. Oladejo is an ascending player. That was a good one.
Who said that?
Cosell.
Cosell.
Oh.
It's someone with more, panache than us.
Somebody with a little bit more know-it-all. Huh?
Yes.
Instead of saying the potentials there, he's an ascending player.
Yes.
I like it.
I think you'll hear from management before you reach out to management.
By the way,
that was it.
I did hear from management.
Oh, you did?
So, okay. We'll see you on Friday?
We're good. We're good. But
Great.
perhaps we aren't going to say that word anymore.
That's what I was thinking.
The other word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be frowned upon.
But I thought about it too late.
It's a good word, though.
Slid that one right by me.
That's all right. Hey, we know management listens.
Yeah.
Good job, management.
You go, after you said it, you go, what does that mean? I'm like, the word that you're replacing, just in Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, Shiano is our word for that word.
So what we've learned today is that we cannot curse on the radio even in other languages.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I feel like that should have been a given, but
The voice of reason from the 23-year-old. I've been in this business since 97. You weren't even alive.
Oh, man. Were you, what?
01.
He wasn't alive when I got in this business.
Are you Shianoing me?
I'm 23. It's what you just said.
Yeah.
I'll be 24 in a month. A month from next Tuesday.
That's
Earns,
crazy.
I think it was February
Baby.
97. So what did you say, 03?
01.
01. So you were 2 when Slay was the SEC Player of the Year.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Sorry, Slay.
Oh, my gosh. How does that make you feel, Slay?
That's kind of crazy.
What
He
was
was
Babs?
2.
What was Babs doing in 2001?
Playing.
Playing. Digging balls at Auburn.
Oh. Hey.
Well, that would have made the list had that been said earlier.
Yeah. Not too late to add it on. Show's still going.
She did it herself. So 9/11, you were still playing volleyball?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where were you? How'd you find out?
So crazy. My mom was a flight attendant for Delta for,
Forever.
45 years,
Yeah.
50, almost 50 years. So she was on a trip when it happened. So of course I was freaking out. I was on campus though. I had an early class. Decided not to go to it for some reason.
I think everybody skipped behind that one.
Yeah, but
You
yours
had
was
already
before.
you were already skipping the class. Yeah.
So it happened. What would have been during my class, but
Yeah.
I was actually at home at the house during it. Yeah,
Good
and
reason,
just
right there.
like watching. I remember watching. You know how we used to have the TVs with the built-in VCR tape thing under it, like one of those small
Little
ones.
box.
Yeah, I was just sitting on the floor in my bedroom in our house
Sitting on
in
the floor.
college, glued to it.
Yeah.
And then trying to get a hold of my mom and to find out where she was and if, what trip she was on during that point. She was in the air, but luckily, obviously not
Yeah.
anywhere near there.
That lady I mentioned the other day, Mary Garland, she was on a plane coming back from Australia. And her plane was the last one. I think they landed at LAX. I I think her plane was the last one to land, and they had fighter jets on either side, and they didn't tell them what was going on.
It's crazy.
And so when they landed, there were all kinds of police cars and everything on the runway.
Yeah.
Where were you at, you were?
On the way here. Actually in this building. Was it this building?
To do sports?
No, it was on 55 Music Square West. I worked was I in sales at that point? Yeah, I think I definitely was in radio sales at that point. But we were all in the newsroom because they had those TVs that you were talking about, like 4 of them lined up because they had all the networks and they had VCRs and everything. And like the entire building was in the I think it was the WTN newsroom. Maybe it was it was 1510 newsroom. Where were you?
I was.
We were at UT.
Yeah,
right?
I was at UT. I was walking from class, and this is not to be insensitive or anything, but as soon as I heard it happen, the first thing I said is, "Oh, ain't no way I'm going to class."
Yeah.
Like I'm out of here. Like I'm gonna start calling people, and then it was like, "No, dog, it's serious." I'm like, "What, man? Let me go down to the basketball office." Everybody met at the basketball office and was in the office, watching on the TV. Like
at first, in real time, you just heard that a plane hit the building, and you thought
didn't know
it was
why. It was
like a little
idea.
plane that you know,
not that it had been hijacked,
not a commercial airliner.
Right. Yeah, when we saw that
took a minute to understand.
Then it felt like, I'm gonna be honest, it felt like it was hours watching when it hit the first building because I didn't see it hit, but just sitting there like, oh. Are y'all looking at this?
Yeah.
And then when the second
one hit, you're like,
whoa.
We're under attack.
Yeah, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I remember the weird thing in the days after 9/11 when they grounded all the planes, like just walking around and there are no planes in the sky was a weird thing.
It was so weird.
That was.
So weird. I ended up going home. My family is in Atlanta, close to the airport. And I mean, the busiest airport, one of the busiest airports around. And it was so eerie.
Yeah.
To just drive past there with nothing.
And then when they started back up, it was weird to see planes in the air. And you were like watching them like, okay, is this one too low? Like, what is he going to, like, you would watch them.
So there started being rumors swirling around campus that they were going to attack up there at
Oak Ridge. Nuclear power plant.
Like, dog, what's the radius? Like, it was tripping.
Zeph, undrafted.
And our world has never been the same.
Never been the same.
Nope.
Undrafted free agent list before we get out of here real quick.
There are 16 names on this list. 13 of them are defensive players. If that tells you anything. Running back, Micah Bernard out of Utah. Defensive lineman, Philip Bleedy out of Auburn.
War Eagle.
Tackle, Brandon Crenshaw Dixon out of Florida. Outside linebacker, Desmond Evans of North Carolina. Linebacker, David Gimba from Texas.
Good job.
Cornerback, Jamari Harris from Iowa. Cornerback, Garnett Hollis Jr. from West Virginia. Defensive tackle.
He's from here, by the way. He played at BGA.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw him a bunch this year.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle, Cam Horsley from Boston College. Cornerback, Jalen Kimber from Penn State. Cornerback, Virgil Lemons from West Florida. Cornerback, Clarence Lewis out of Syracuse.
Clarence.
Defensive tackle, Devontae O'Malley out of Northern Illinois. Defensive tackle, Isaiah Rakes from Auburn. Wide receiver, Xavier Restrepo from Miami. Cornerback, Davion Ross from Memphis. And safety, Jaron Thompson from Auburn.
War Eagle. There's like 3 Auburn Tigers on that list.
Good luck to all of them. Rakes should have played baseball.
Isaiah
Rakes.
He is a defensive tackle, though, so I don't know how that would have.
He would have raked in baseball.
Big boy.
That's a good defensive tackle name.
It is. Join us tomorrow as we broadcast live from the Murfreesboro Home Expo at Embassy Suites by Hilton, sponsored by Wright Construction of Tennessee. We'll be out there from 3 until 6 o'clock. Well,
bring your own food.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think bring your own food.
You think?
Yeah. I'm bring mine.
We done it.
There'll be food there.
We made it to Friday.
Oh, man.
Yay. Happy Friday, y'all.
You and your romper. I forgot that Pearl Jam was playing tonight at Bridgestone Arena, man.
Tonight?
I didn't know that either.
I knew.
Yeah. We
got to get back on our social calendar here. We're failing our listeners.
Sorry, y'all.
It's one of my favorite bands. I didn't even know. All right. We appreciate you guys listening to us for sure. We really appreciate you guys including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take it lightly. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you're giving a shout out. Hey, Jim Clark, you get a different one. It's another shutout. That's 2 for me, 0 from Ramon.